What's poppin', gods and goddesses? You have now entered the room of House of Harlem Studio, the pillar of Harlem that brings you authentic news, and we get to sit in the hot seat with the latest upcoming artists. I hope all is well. I hope everyone is doing good out there. We have two lovely guests coming in the building. We're gonna chop it up for with them in a minute. We're gonna find out the latest music that they have out, and we want to know who they are as an artist. So y'all can stay tuned. I'm your host, Kia L, and as y'all already know, my number one hitter, Shaka L Bay, is always behind the scenes. And my host, Waji, definitely is going to be in the chat pretty soon. So we're going to go on a small little break, and then we'll be back. Hey, how are you guys? All right, you guys, we are back in effect. I am so excited because we have yet another one, another hot artist in the seat right now. We're going to get to know what she's all about, what's her name, and how you guys can support her. So, what's your name? Where you from?
What's up, guys? My name is Paris Alexis. That's what I go by, and I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Southside Jamaica, Queens, man. A lot of legends are coming from Queens, so I know that you gotta have that hot music, man, because they got the bar high. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I was listening to your music. Great song called Prada. I mean,
Thank
dope
you.
artist. I also, seen you perform before, so it's really great. But Paris, that is such a beautiful name. What made you? What made you? Take on that stage name?
Okay, well, Alexis came from my middle name.
I noticed that.
And Paris, to be honest, I really don't remember where I got the name Paris from. I know my cousin's name. We have the same middle name, and she used to love the name Paris, and she went by like Paris Alexis. I'm like, I like that.
Yes.
I like Paris Alexis. And she was like, okay. And then I put it as my Facebook name, and from there, it's just been Paris Alexis.
Right. Well, that name suits you well. You look like you from Patty's. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think of Paris, you think of your glam. You know what I'm saying? You think of just high fashion, what looking good.
Thank you.
So, why did you start music? How did that begin?
Well, when I was younger, I always was surrounded by music. My mom used to be a rapper. My brother's into music. My aunt's into music. So I was always surrounded by music, and it's like what I grew up on.
Right.
And as I grew up, it's just music just connected to me in a different way. So I started trying to write, and it came to me, and I was like, I think this is for me.
It was talented, right?
I was talented. I was like, I think this is for me. I could sing. I was singing in church. I was like, maybe I could try the rapping thing, and I did it. So.
Oh wow, that's interesting. So you definitely write your own music.
Yes.
Now, would you be open to collaborating with people and having also getting other people's writings and singing?
Of course, I personally feel like everybody's ideas matter.
Yes.
Like I feel like when it comes to my music, it could always get better, and
right.
It could get better. I can get better by myself, but as I go. I can't just go by myself. You have to have a team. So, when people put their inputs in, it's like, okay, I like that. I like that idea. I could take that. I could use that. I like that. So
I mean, you're very, very young, and for you to mention the importance of having a team, that speaks volumes about you. That means that you're with the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't have that opportunity in the beginning, so they kind of got to do everything on their own. Have you experienced not having a team and can be able to, kind of speak of the difference between the two?
No, I can't.
You've always had a team.
I always had a team.
No, I had my people.
I've always had a team. It takes a village to raise a child, and it took a couple to raise me. So I always had a team.
It took a couple to raise me.
It took a couple in a couple states too. Yeah, it took a couple to raise me. So yes.
So, what was the first time you performed, and how did that work out for you?
My first time performing, it was nerve-wracking at first, but I'm not afraid to perform. I'm not afraid to put myself out there and be like, I could do this, watch me, everybody, and perform in front of strangers. I just feel like it was just natural when I first performed, and I had fun. Cool. I was nervous, but I had fun.
But you had fun. Did you have like an alter ego like everybody be talking about? I think Beyonce might have started that trend.
She
did.
It's like,
I'm totally
Sasha.
Sasha, you see, I remember.
I love me some Beyonce. So yeah, Sasha is her alter ego, but me, I feel like yes, I have Paris. I have.
Ooh.
My real name, and then I have Alexis.
Right.
It's 3 different people.
That doesn't mean we schizophrenia here,
don't
right?
Mean that.
It just
Not
means it's all right. Don't try to compare it to alter ego.
Yeah, it's just 3 different personalities you could get from me because I like to have fun.
Okay.
But then again, I could stay home and be a homebody.
Right.
And then I could be in between where it's like I can hang out at home, but I could go out with you.
Right.
And I could vibe by myself. I could mingle.
Me listening to you, that this is why I don't like labels, because labels kind of box you in, this bipolar and stuff, and depending on your environment, it gives a different version of you. So your first performance was great, which I've heard some people say I was nervous as hell, and I heard some people say they got stuck and somebody else had to perform for them. I'm like, where they do that at? So this song that Prada is really jumping, is hot out there, and what inspired you to write that? Because we know with Prada, I hope that's what I'm thinking what it is. So what inspired you to write that song?
You want the truth?
Oh boy, yeah, I like the truth. House of Harlem TV, see, y'all know how we do, man.
So honestly, me and my brother just recently came home from jail, and I always wanted to do a song with him. That's the brother I was talking about, Fab Don. I always wanted to do a song with him. So one day we're sitting in the studio, we're like, I like this beat, play a beat. We're going through beats. He's like, we're going to do a song together. I'm like, all right, we can do this. Okay. So time is going. I'm like, you hear that? You hear that beat? Proud of you. He's like, yeah, you hear that? Proud of you. Proud of you. Was saying in the background, proud of you. I'm like, proud of you. And then we just started flowing from there. And then the next day we got into the studio, and it was so crazy. That was my birthday weekend. So we got into the studio the night before my birthday, and I bought I finished Proud of You at like 12 a.m. So I finished Proud of You going into my birthday.
Going right into your birthday.
And then we dropped it like the week after.
What? That's an interesting story.
Yes.
And that seemed to be one of your biggest hits out there. Yeah, is a really great video to it.
Thank you.
And I want you guys to go on and look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's very professional, and they know what they're doing.
Yes, definitely.
So was that with your brother? Was that your first collab, doing something with someone?
No, actually. It's not my first collab, but it's my first collab that I released. Okay. But it's not my first collab I did with somebody.
So how do you deal with those different type of persons as far as a collab? Do you reach out to the people and say, listen, I like you, I want to do something with you? And if someone else reached out to you, would you screen them first and be like, I don't know?
A couple of people have reached out to me about doing a song with me, but I'm not even going to lie to you. The first thing I say is, I have to hear your music before I say yes.
Okay, that's fair.
I have to hear your music before I say yes, because today's rappers, they could be good, and then they could be a hit and miss. Okay. So it's like, for my generation, older rappers, I feel like they're more lyrical. Today's rappers, I
love her.
They just they want to make noise, but they want to make party music, and I get it.
Right.
And I understand it, but I'm more of a lyrical type of person. So
I love that.
I need to make sure you're on the same level as me when it comes to our creative minds. And if you are, then we can make a track. So I have two good collabs that will be released.
So you're all about the lyrics. You're all about giving great content.
Yes.
In addition to the sound or whatever, but I that's what moves me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm neither here nor there, no disrespect to the other people. Yeah. But even in today's music, once you really sit down and listen, there is some content behind it. You know what I'm saying? There's some spoken words behind it. And so, but it's just that you got to listen. Really
you got to listen and try and understand what they're saying first to see, like, okay, I hear it. Me, I feel like when it comes to lyrics, I'm the Queen Vaughn. So, yes, I tell a story when it comes to my lyrics. I love to tell stories. Queen Vaughn. I love King Vaughn, God rest his soul.
Yes.
But I love King Vaughn because he's a storyteller. He's a storyteller rapper. Yes. And I feel like in a couple of my songs, majority of my songs, I write stories when it comes to my music.
So what inspires you when you write? I mean, is it mostly your experiences or someone else's?
A lot of my music is based off of my experiences. Okay. I know there was this one song I've written that's soon to be released. Okay. And it was really personal because it was a real personal experience. I wrote it because it's something that I've been through, and I wanted to write it so other females could get to know that they're not the only person going through it. And even though you went through something, you can fight your battle and get out of it.
You can definitely overcome something.
Overcome it. And that's why I love music, because if you could listen to music, you'd be like, okay, I'm having a battle now. I was listening to gospel all day today. I'm not even going to lie to you.
I was listening to the Lion King, Beyonce Lion King version. I was listening to that all day today. I was like, I'm in that type of mood.
You're in that type of mood. And sometimes when you need a breakthrough, you could go to music and it could just help you. It could guide you out. They have different type of flows.
Music is very important.
It's very important.
I watched Hot 20 Many Ways to Die, and some people were listening to heavy metal, and for some reason they jumped out the window. So I'm like, that's how effective music can be. It can't get no more effective than that.
That's not funny what happened, but
not by any means. It's not funny. But I'm just saying, like, I'm like, wow, these dudes are jumping in the bed and jumped out the window for listening to heavy metal. Yeah, you gotta be careful what you listen to.
You do. It brings, like, you know, the city girls bring a different type of person out of me.
What?
City girls bring out Alexis, okay? The city girls bring out
right.
Alexis.
They can really bring something out in you. You know what I'm saying? Just if you're in the a mad mode, you know what I'm saying? You can listen to something and be like, fight the power. Next thing you out there like, I didn't know I had it in me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You're very young, and being that you want to focus on being a lyricist, that speaks volume in my opinion. So I'm interested to know who's your top 5.
My top 5?
Yes.
Okay.
She said that. My top 5?
Okay.
Don't kill me now. Because, these top 5s, we having arguments. Like, how dare you diss Pac like that? You were supposed to put him up there.
No. Okay, so my top 5, I would definitely say Lauryn Hill.
Wow, that's good.
Lauryn Hill, Jhené Aiko.
Okay.
Yes, I love Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Nicki Minaj is my mother.
Yeah. Oh,
sorry, mommy, but Nicki Minaj is my mother.
Your second mother is okay.
It's my second mother.
You have 2 mothers.
Yes, I saw a post earlier today. It said Gemini personality. They had her picture that go like this, and I'm always going like this. This is my favorite pose.
I love Nicki. I
love Nicki.
I love her.
She's like my spirit animal.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
I love Nicki Minaj. So that was Lauryn Hill, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, and Aiko. For my 5th one, geez, I have a couple, but I have to say my very last one could be J. Cole.
Okay. I was wondering if you was gonna put slide a guy in there.
Of course, I have to. The reason why I have a lot of females though is because when I do my music and I get writer's block, I listen to those artists to guide me there. I can listen to a guy too. But
you're a female.
But I'm a female, so I'm gonna write in the female's point of view. So you want to listen to females to get into a female's point of view. But don't get me wrong, I am a trap gangster. Like I love me some trap music. I could listen to Little Durk, Lil Baby.
Are you into the drill?
Am I?
What?
I have a couple drill songs.
Although Little Baby, does those type of songs, he has substance in it when you listen to it.
When
you know what I mean?
To it, you're like, especially Lil Durk, and like I said, King Von. He is
I haven't listened too much of him, but I heard
he is a lyricist. He could write a whole his whole song could be about a story, and he's just going back and forth telling you first, middle, and end in a whole song. You're like just vibing to it, not even knowing. I love King Von.
Wow. So, you being young, how important is it for you to really know the history of music and hip hop in particular? Do you feel like people should study those elements of things if you're an artist and if you feel like, you want to be serious and you want this to be your career?
I feel like you should always go back to your history, no matter what it is. And when it comes to music, school, life, Black history, you should always go back to your history because that's where we came from. Okay. That's where music evolved from. Now, music is evolving in time where, my generation is putting a little spin on it. Right. But I kind of like it because it has an old school with a new school. Right. But it's like still... Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's still there. It's still there.
So the root of it is still there. It's not leaving it.
I don't feel like the root has left. I don't feel like people has taken it out, the power, because I feel like when it comes to music now, if you listen to it, Pop Smoke had passed away, but then you see, God rest his soul, I love me some Pop Smoke too. I love him. But you see, Pop Smoke passed away and it brought the whole Brooklyn together. Now, a lot of Brooklyn rappers are coming out of Brooklyn and a lot of people are woo and they're like, oh, and they're moving and then it's like, oh, I like them. So now people are blowing from that, but they still make sure they know where they came from. Right. They make sure they rep Brooklyn to the end.
I don't know. I think Fabio is the new Pop Smoke when it comes to this, that sound.
No.
I think if you want that sound, if you want to collab with that sound, I think you would go to him, right?
I would go to Dusty.
Oh, Dusty.
Dusty Lil Kane. Dusty Lil Kane, he has the voice of Pop Smoke. He has the energy of Pop Smoke. Now, Fabio, you would go to Fabio if you want like a party song, you want to jump. Okay. Like Mama in the Wedding, she was a deli. You want to go for that. But then if you really want to go to a Pop Smoke, like Welcome to the Party or What You Know About Love, you got to go into like a Dusty Lil Kane. Okay. And then you'll probably get into like a Fabio to get into like, I guess you could say a Pop Smoke.
So I'm interested in knowing would you be interested in having all different genres of music, like country, pop, rock, like something that's people wouldn't expect from a group of nationalities? Would you?
I would definitely do a song in all different genres. Right now, I probably have 3 genres, or maybe.
Which ones are those?
I have hip hop, drill.
Okay.
I have love, so R&B type of genre.
Okay.
And then I also have an R&B mixed with a Jamaican genre.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
So
are you speaking that patois in there?
I'm not speaking of patois, but I did throw a little Jamaican in there.
Is it like a dance hall type of feel?
It's not. It's like a you want to wind your waist type of thing, but it's not like you want to shake, but you want to wind. You want to get a little dub in there a little bit.
That is, I would love to hear that. And you know what? For some reason, I know you would kill it. You would definitely kill it.
Thank
so,
you.
are you continuing to be like an indie artist, or are you planning on taking this thing to like super commercial? You know where are you trying to go with your career?
Right now, I'm trying to be an independent artist. Right now, I am sticking to the indie artist.
Okay.
It's nothing wrong with a label. It's nothing wrong with being commercial.
It definitely isn't.
But even though when you become an artist, you don't have much privacy when it comes to labels and when it comes to going into it deeper into that. So when you're an individual artist, you have the privacy, you have control over your look, you have control over who you are, and you want to make a name for yourself, because this business is not this music business is not easy. You have to make a name for yourself before you can make a name for yourself.
Right.
So if I want the labels to respect me and we really have something going, I want to make a name for myself first. So when I get to the label,
they're gonna respect
me, and they're not gonna try and change me like get naked right now and take this photo shoot. No.
Right.
I like to have clothes on, sweatsuits, and we're gonna vibe from here.
Well, let's talk about that. Do you feel like it's hard for female artists coming into the game to have to kind of preserve that sexiness? Is very, we should, have that. But do you feel like it's like, overly used as far as sexualization, over sexualization?
Some people may hate me for this, but
no,
it is
we
okay.
Don't care.
So I personally feel like there is nothing wrong with today females being sexy.
No, nothing.
Why?
No.
Because in this generation, a lot of us females are very insecure. So by a lot of artists coming out and doing different photo shoots, like Lizzo, she expresses her body. She's like, I'm big, but I am beautiful. So it's a lot of artists out here like me. I have like a nice shape.
Right.
I could show it sometimes, like I love my body,
right.
but then I would keep it covered because you want to keep them guessing.
Right.
So when it comes to that, it's like a iffy type of topic, because it all depends on what type of look that
right.
person is going for and the reason why they're behind that look.
But
every look has a reason.
Do you feel like with females it's just a little extra harder because you want people to take you serious as an artist, and it's like you, super dope, super talented, is perfecting her craft and being the lyricist, and that could kind of like overshadow your true talent, so basically I'm taking that you try to balance that out. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I don't think it is hard, don't get me wrong, because I feel like a lot of females can be underestimated when they first come into the game, because it is a man's game. Don't get me wrong.
We admitting that's a man's world.
It's a man's world, but us females always remember y'all came from us.
You heard James
so
Brown. Always nothing. It would be nothing without us, right?
And men have to remember y'all came from us, so whatever y'all could do, we could do, and that's how I look at it. Right now, I haven't hit no hard points where a man has been put above me. I've been in the game so far, and it's been nothing but equality.
Okay.
So I can't really speak on if it's hard or not, because I haven't experienced it.
Right.
Now, if I have experienced it, I would speak on it, but I can't speak on nothing I haven't experienced.
Right. Have you heard your peers experience something like that?
No, not yet, actually.
Well, that's good. Yeah. That's good that you haven't experienced that, because some females do, and they feel like they have to push a little extra harder to be taken seriously. But at the same time, this era right now is so dope because there's so many upcoming female artists, and they're not coming to play.
And it's a lot of empowerment going on. So it's like you could be a female artist, but the guys and the females, they're going to push you. This generation, they're about pushing each other, and a lot of young entrepreneurs and getting your life started at 21.
Right.
So it's like people are pushing people now. You want to do music, everybody's supporting you. you want to do different things, everybody's supporting you. But it's hard because, you know, you get strangers to support you before you get your family to support you. It's hard at times, but you have to always understand, you was put on this earth by yourself, you're going to leave by yourself. So you got to really,
tell me about it.
You got to work your way through it sometimes. Like, it's not easy to get a team, but.
Right. It's not easy, but you got the right team. So,
yes.
You know, we got to, you know, give our blessings for that because it's hard for some people, you know, with family. So you got a good team. I want to ask you, we want to get to know like a little bit about you, the real you. So if you wasn't doing this, right? If you wasn't doing this music, what other interests that you have, or what talents, should I say? What talents do you have?
I am also a dancer.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm also a dancer. I could also act. I'm into acting. I'm very dramatic. Very dramatic.
What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, you did say Gemini with Nikki. Yeah.
Yes.
Right, like, well, I'm right around the corner. I'm a Taurus, so I know.
So I'm like, if you need me to act, I can do it. Hello, I could do it. I could definitely do it.
Okay.
But also, I always wanted to be a homicide detective, FBI agent.
See, okay.
A lawyer. Okay. I love debating. I could do it. Yeah, I love debating a good debate. So it's something that we could really sit here and talk about, like black empowerment, or do you believe in aliens? I love debates. Okay, I believe in aliens, by the way.
What reptiles? Okay, we ain't gonna even go there because our next segment is gonna be about this pandemic, and I gets it in. You know,
I love the pandemic conversation.
Yes, right. What? I will go right on the CDC website. I don't need no Fauci to come on the news. I can read, and what does that say? 0.1. That was not gonna play with me today, but that's a whole nother story.
That's a whole other story.
That's cool, you know, because I know sometimes people are like, you know, low key geeks and stuff, and I've learned that with artists too. They're like poets, and they're really super intelligent, and that's really great. Are you familiar with the versus battle?
Yes.
So I've been asking people lately, you know, if you would, you know, create something, who are the two artists that you think that should battle? You know, give me like two artists that you go, yeah, those two, they hash it out, and it'd be like crazy. Although I don't know, Dipset and Kim and they just blew it off the charts. But who would be two artists where it's like, yeah, this would be super dope?
Lauryn Hill and Erykah Badu.
What? All right, I didn't even think about that one.
Yes.
And I feel like, do you feel like with the catalogs, it kind of balances out? Because sometimes I be saying, nah, why they pairing these two people up?
Yeah, definitely.
It's like you setting one up for failure right now.
You know it was one battle. Who was it? I forgot. It was two females, and she had a song.
Was it Lauren? Was it Eve and Trina? No. They were equal. Who
had a song with Ja Rule?
Oh,
Ashanti. It was Ashanti, and who else? It was
who did Ashanti do?
Ashanti went versus with who? Keisha Cole. Why y'all do that girl like that? Why y'all do that baby like that?
And unfortunately,
why y'all do that baby like that?
And unfortunately, that went over a lot of people's heads.
It did.
No, like they were.
They must have did that in the dead of night. 3 a.m. Everybody sleep.
It was like nobody else want to verse Keisha Cole, so we gotta throw somebody in there.
Yeah.
But y'all didn't put Mary, like.
You got to. What?
Y'all put Ashanti and Keisha Cole.
Like, no, I mean, great artists or whatever, but when you talk about catalogs.
When y'all talking about catalogs and hits, you're going to have.
You gotta get somebody right up there.
Yeah, you got to get somebody who matches that other person. Like, if you put Beyonce on the verses, it's Beyonce versus Sasha. Beyonce versus Alter Ego.
Yeah.
Beyonce ain't going against somebody else.
Someone said, well, it would be Hov and Kanye, and they would have to do it somewhere in freaking London. I said, what? If Hov and Kanye get on there, that's over. That'd be the last verses right there. Because believe me, that's the top of the top. Now, I mean, there's some other people, obviously, but I know Big Daddy Kane recently went on with KRS. Now, KRS...
See, I didn't see that versus. I've heard about it, but I didn't see the recent verses. The last verses I saw was Dipset.
That was a hot mess. You had one laying on the floor like this. They set the tone though, but
that's how wearing shorts with Timbs.
How So New York we are. One is sitting on a beach chair.
One sitting on the stage rapping like this, just cooling.
This is us. This is New York, man. If y'all want to know New York, just go to that one battle. And go
to that one battle. You're going to see what Harlem look like.
You're going to definitely see what Harlem look like. I'm like, oh, man. So, basically, you would definitely be a detective. That's very interesting. Yes. And a lawyer. Yes. So, that means, you a conversationalist and you like to do battles and debates. I think you're a low-key geek.
I am. I love computers. Like, it's so bad. I'm so tech savvy.
Right.
It's ridiculous. I'm so good with computers. Technology is like my best friend. My whole room is set up with technology. My Alexa turns my light on, my TV on. She changed the channel for me. What? I got Alexa to do everything.
I'm so scared of Alexa. I'm like, I don't want to access something.
My phone right now, if my TV was on, I could turn my phone. I could turn my TV off right now.
You would get one of those robots from Amazon. Oh. They got them little robots now. I'm like,
but if they wasn't so much money. But yes, definitely. I love technology.
Okay. So you easily can just retire on that alone if this falls short, which is really great. You know what I'm saying? And that's good to know that, outside of this, because we don't kind of like be more open to other careers. You know what I'm saying? Like the engineers and the tech savvy people. So it's really good to know that you have that available and you're really good at it. And God forbid if anything happened with this career, you got that to fall on. Yes. Well, anyway, I don't want to hold you too long. What are some of the projects? You enjoy it? Okay.
I'm loving it here.
Thank you. What are some of the projects that you have coming up that you may want to announce? Because I know y'all artists now, y'all so secretive. Y'all just boom, drop the music and be like, what happened? She even give me a head start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will give you an exclusive.
What? On House of Harlem? Okay,
on
thank
House
you,
of
girl.
Harlem.
I'm feeling special right now. I'm feeling special. Thank you.
I told you I'm feeling your vibes.
Yes,
I'm loving it here.
Yes, I'm a spiritualist. I'm feeling yours too.
Thank you.
Yes.
So I do have an EP coming out. It's called Toxic.
Whoa,
yes.
Whoa! Now I got more questions. Girl,
I know I dropped Proud of You, and then I was gonna drop some singles, but I was like, Toxic.
Now I don't know when it comes to words and meanings and the etymology of things. I be wanting to know what's going on in people's head. Why did you choose that?
Because I know I seem a little perfect, but Paris is a little toxic.
Okay.
Sorry.
And listen,
Paris could be a little toxic, but don't get me wrong. It takes two to be toxic.
Toxic is positive in my world. All right. You know what I'm saying? Remember I told you about these labels,
yes.
Right? That's the thing. For me, when people start to come at me like that, I'll go, what is the definition of that? What is the definition of toxic? And most of the time, we think we know, but we don't know.
Yes. And I personally feel like me as I was coming up, so I have a lot of another exclusive. I have some personal songs that will be dropping on Toxic that is a little touch on who Paris is.
Right.
So I put Toxic because it's different feelings in one.
Okay.
So it's like a toxic mind going on when you listen to the album. You're going to get a little jumpy, but then you're going to be like,
it can be relatable.
On. Wait,
right.
Did she just say that? Let me replay it a little bit. And then it's going to be
like, jumpy right now.
I want to cry. I feel what she's saying. So it's a lot of.
Very super personal.
Yes. And it's not super personal, but it got a little personal.
Right.
So.
Well, you know what? That is a good thing because when people can relate to you, I mean, that's when, your music just goes up the charts because it's something that everyone can relate to. Not everyone, but some people can relate to. Yes. And they'll keep playing that joint over and over. And I'm one of them. I'll play the same song about 10 times. And you be like, now you got to cut that off, kid.
Me too. When you get stuck on TikTok, you hear a perfect verse in TikTok. Future, how many?
Yes.
How many people going to be there? I found a song on YouTube. I will play that song 5 times back to back just to hear that part. How many? How many people gonna be there?
I'm so happy to know I'm not the only one.
You're not. Don't worry. You're not the only one.
I'm feeling like very eccentric. Like, you know what? I'm not part of this world. I'm not part of the normal people. What is going on?
Normal is boring. It's okay to be weird. It's okay to be weird. It's okay to be different. And a lot of people didn't know that. It's okay to be different. Different makes you special.
Yes,
Okay,
and
normal is boring.
not other special, but special
Yes,
special.
Special. Like you're one of a kind. That's what different is. You're one of a kind.
One of a kind. I love that so much. So now, what is your process when you make a song? Like, do you got to hear the beat first and then you make the song, or are you versatile with it?
Very much versatile with it. I can't even tell you a whole. I don't have a just one unique.
You
way
don't got
of
a
writing.
formula.
I don't have a formula because sometimes I could be writing and then boom, lyrics just pop in my head, so I just write it down.
Right.
And then I get home, I'm like, okay, while I'm doing my hair, I'm listening to nothing but tight beats and nothing but beats, and I'm like, okay, I like this. Oh, and I just start writing from there. And then once it flow. But then I like to change up my beats. So me, I'm one of those rappers where I could rap the same verse on 3 different types of beats. Yes,
Okay.
I could rap
That's
the
super
same
talented.
exact verse on 3 different types. I couldn't even
With the
hear
same speed.
same-
It could be slow.
It could be slow, fast. I could do it any way. Like it don't even matter. I don't know how. It's just a
Wow.
weird talent I got. I don't know how I do it, but I could take
Special.
anything.
Super talent. That's super talent.
Thank
Not
you.
everybody have that. Some people have most of the time a formula that I'm learning, but it's good. It's good to be diverse in everything, because now you setting yourself up for greatness. Now, do you have like a personal engineer that you work with, or do you try to push yourself to like work with everybody? She like, no.
Not at all. Not at all.
It'd be
I
like
am
one of
with
those-
one engineer. One engineer. I don't know. It's something
You
about
one of those people
it's
that's
my,
gonna bring that
my
same person
engineer.
with you.
He's coming with me when I make it. He's coming with me no matter where I go. Me and my engineer, we got this different. It's the chemistry. Ever since I have been to all
Right.
different types of engineers.
Oh, so you've experienced. Okay.
I've experienced different engineers, but the moment I met my current engineer,
Right.
and we just started vibing, and I can say that he is one of the reasons why a lot of my music has escalated. He has taken me
Wow.
from just Paris Alexis to Paris Alexis.
Like
he
you,
has taken.
you Paris.
I'm Paris Alexis. He's
right,
helped me
Paris
find
the
my
goddess
sound.
right now, right?
Yes, the goddess.
Yes.
He has helped me find my sound. He has helped me with my
Wow.
voice. I was like, he helped me with the auto tune. Before I could be like, I'm scared, but then as time went
gave
by, he takes the auto tune off, and I'm just singing now. It's been making me evolve as a person. I love my engineer.
Wow! Shout out to the engineer.
Shout out
What's
to
his
my
name? We
engineer.
don't want to give his name right because then everybody gonna come
Of
storming up
course
in there
not,
like,
no.
I want you.
See, the difference about me is all my friends is gonna win. His Instagram is at Bldg. He is with.
I love this. I love.
Yes,
him.
he is
I
with
love him.
Fast Life Beats. That's his
Yes.
studio. It's actually in Manhattan, so make sure you check it out. But it's Bldg on Instagram.
Wow, Shad. Let me
Big
find
up to
out.
all of the brothers and sisters playing in the background, moving and shaking, making the artist's dream become a reality.
Yes,
you did.
absolutely.
So there's a lot of people on play. There's a lot of parts moving. So when you see the artist, know that there's a lot of work and a lot of people
Podcasting, anything.
putting a lot of effort into making sure that
He or she.
her or
Him.
anybody is the best version of themselves. So
And it should be that way.
recognize that.
It
y'all.
should be that way. And I'm happy to hear that you're going to take him with you, because there's been times where people get to where they get to,
And figure it.
the higher upper echelons, and then next thing you know, boop, they just drop the people who went up with them. You know what I'm saying?
I can't do that. I just can't. I will always remember and stay humble to where I came from. I know I came from Rochdale. I know that I came from Southside Jamaica, Queens. And I
Yes.
will always get back to my community, even when I'm up. Like, I will always come back home. I will always see my brothers on the block. I will always say, what's
she's
up?
such a
Go to the
beautiful
store.
spirit.
And no matter what happens, like my hairstylist, you're going to book my hairstylist. I don't keep my people to myself.
love
You're
that.
going to book my people. You're going to book my friends. So make sure you
See, she practiced
Go to
group
shop.
economics. That's
Yeah.
that's what's going on here.
Because you have to
man.
understand, it goes back to the team. Like, you have to understand, when you support people, people support you, and then the people that support them will support you too. And then it's just
Right.
it's a chain reaction. It's the law of attraction. That's the secret in life, the law of attraction.
Law of attraction.
So-
You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie. Well, you gave us a little secret. You dropped that jewel on us. I personally want to hear this. Toxic? I definitely want to hear this. You have a wonderful, great spirit about
Thank
yourself.
you.
I would love to have you on again. I got
would
to
love
keep
to
the
be
move
back.
motion or whatever. And it doesn't have to be limited to music. We can get into all kind of stuff, spirituality,
Round
history.
table talking.
Make sure you
And-
manifest. Make
Yes.
sure you say your
Yeah.
affirmations. I am beautiful.
Yes.
I will be wealthy. You have to make sure you say your
Yes.
affirmations.
And feel it. You
And
gotta
feel
know
it. You
it.
gotta
You
look
gotta
yourself
know
in
it.
the mirror and say, I am beautiful. I believe I can
Yep.
do it. Like I've been really practicing my affirmations lately and my
Yes.
manifestations. And it's really good. Make sure you script your manifestations. Anything you want or your goals, just write it down.
And
when you write it down, it
everything.
comes true. The tongue is a powerful thing. Make sure you say your goals out
right.
loud.
The tongue is your number one
goals
weapon.
will come true. Like once you say you can't, it won't happen. Don't say I
That
can't.
word don't exist.
It don't
They
exist.
gave us
Right.
that somewhere down.
Two,
there.
two words.
That word
Two
don't
words that don't exist are can't
And I'ma try.
and try.
Yep. It
Because
really
if you
don't.
try, you already
You
failed.
already
You already
failed.
failed.
Right. It's either you do or you don't. That's
Right.
it. It works out or it don't. You
Oh,
know?
and the number one power of God. You know
Yes.
you have to take God.
Infinite
No doubt.
supreme intelligence. Yes.
Yes.
We got to give all praises due to that. And our mothers, the canal that we came from, and our fathers who helped create us.
Our
And we
team,
have
our
to
family.
give Ashe. We have to give thanks at all times, man. And I know
Yeah.
you're going to make it. So I'm like, ow, girl. She acting a fool. She's like, look at her. She over there ghetto right there. Oh, yeah, man. Go Paris. She's out in the world. You know what I'm saying? I wish you all the best success.
Thank you.
Especially exceptional health. And with this pandemic, I mean, don't get me wrong, things are out there. They spraying all kind of stuff out there.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, just practicing good health is the most important thing before anything. It doesn't matter whether you agree or disagree with the vaccines. Well, it's not really a vaccine, but that's a whole nother story. So anyway,
We're gonna
Is
play.
there-
We're gonna play Prada.
we're
you know
going to
what I'm
play
saying?
Prada, and then she's going to come back with the social media handles, letting us know where we can get all the music from. You guys should be supporting,
Yes.
all right, this lovely goddess.
If you follow me, I follow back. I am not Hollywood.
Aw, I remember
if
you
see
said
my
that.
if you see my follow, like my followers and my following,
Yes.
I probably have like 1,417 that's following me, and then I'm probably following like 1,436. Like I follow everybody back.
That's all. That's all.
All right,
That's
that's
all.
peace.
That's peace, man. Let's hear this. Y'all won't be disappointed. Let's hear this.
Definitely won't be.
All right, here we go, y'all.
Here we go.
I'm about to get that. You gonna have to. How you doing? What's your name? Wait, I never saw you around here before.
You must be born or something.
Nah, I see you right now. Get your number.
No, you can get my Instagram.
It's your Instagram. You gonna put me in the Instagram zone right now? Alright. This my parts right here you in.
That's nice.
Alright. Give me an Instagram. I promise I'm gonna make you proud of me, right?
You better proud of me.
Okay. Say that. Fab Dawn, yeah, John, Paris, yeah, Prada.
He's so proud of me, so he had to proud of me. Get on top of me, love it when I ride the beat. I'ma make you proud of me, back and forth you rocking me. Break the walls inside of me, I'ma put you sound asleep. Proud of you, proud of you, proud of you. Proud of you, proud of you, proud of you. Proud of you, proud of you, proud of you. Proud of you, proud of you, proud of you.
Look, Prada bags, Prada shirts, Prada shoes. I'm proud of everything just cause I'm proud of you. Put it to the side, I ain't got no pride in me. Been on my grind, tell me that you proud of me.
Well, look, I'm proud of you, baby boy, make me proud of you. Bring me joy, call that shit macaroni. Cause when you slide it and make that noise,
I could proud of you and Dior you. I'm proud of you, I adore you. Be proud when you icy, no like Kelly is pricey. Yeah. Fitting room up in the Prada store. We made a mess and stain our clothes, we buying more.
buy it all, buy the store. I'll be a designer whore. Demon time, I ride it crazy. Devil in that Prada, baby. He's so proud of me, so he had to proud of me. Get on top of me, love it when I ride the beat. I'ma make you proud of me, back and forth you rocking me. Break the
proud of you out here, man. This the year we show congratulations. Show gratitude. This the year of gratitude, man. We show congratulations. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, subscribe and make sure you hit that like button on that video.
That
It
comment,
wasn't
that
nothing
share.
short of but greatness. It was professional. We are definitely proud of you.
Thank you.
So I'm hearing you link to some merch. I would definitely like you to mention that to the people so they can go out and cop that merch and support.
So yes, I am sponsored by Top Captains Apparel. It's really only thing I wear. They have sweatsuits, they
Ooh.
have jackets, they have bombers, they have hats, socks, biker shorts,
Find out.
crop tops, sports bras, leggings. They have workout wear. Any sneakers you have, bring it to the store and they will match your whole outfit. You ain't gotta tell them nothing. Make sure you go to my Uncle D.
Okay.
Make sure you go to D. You
Where's
give him
Uncle D located at?
Queens, Linden
Okay.
and 201st.
Okay.
Yes. 200 Street. Sorry, it's Linden and 200 Street.
Okay.
But you can hit them up on Instagram and it'll give you all the information. Top Captains Apparel. You can either do Cool Gray Top Captains. That's my Uncle Jeff. He owns Top
Shout out
Captains.
to Uncle Jeff.
Shout out
You
to
know
Uncle
what I'm saying?
Jeff.
All black everything.
And then
That's how
shout
we
out
do.
to Uncle D because he is the co-owner. And them
Thank
two
you.
together is fire.
Good. It's just fire, man.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure it's hot stuff if you're backing it up.
Hello.
I hope you be like, no, Unc, make sure it's hot for the youngins.
Yes, I make sure
Put
I
your
definitely
input
give
on
in my
there.
input. So
Okay.
don't worry, you know it's gonna be fly because they ask me for my input all
That's
the
what I
time. They be
wanted them to know.
Travis, how you like this? Make sure you tell us how we should design. I'm like, put the logo here.
See?
Make sure everything looks nice, skinny.
Yes, that's how it have to be, man.
And
Listen.
then the sweatsuits is just, the bomber jackets are nice. They're real leather.
Okay. What?
Real leather.
Okay.
So
Uncles is doing it over there.
they
Okay.
doing it big.
I gotta pass through and support.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. We definitely will we're gonna look him up and we definitely gonna support. Make sure y'all go and cop that music. Make sure I'm waiting for Toxic. Okay. I wanna hear that.
I'm waiting
Not
for
to say
Toxic.
that I'm a negative person, but she made it so juicy. And she's a
It's
great
not-
artist. All right,
I'm
calm
proud.
down. Calm down, everybody.
I promise it's not negative, but when you listen to it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, did she just say that? It may be
Wow.
some baby making music on there too. You just never know.
Right, that's what it is, man. Shout out to everybody. Y'all already know House of Harlem Studio. We got one more lovely guest coming through. Make sure y'all support. And y'all gonna see her again. I'm gonna hit her up. Because I definitely want to talk about other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I thank you. You are a great spirited person.
Thank
Once
you.
again, we wish you nothing but success.
Thank you.
Okay.
Before I go, though,
Yes.
I would like to give a shout out to Anna Jane Management. That is my management company.
How they gonna leave
And
with the management?
Tuesdays Entertainment. That is my
Tuesday.
publicist company. And Top Captains Apparel.
Thank you, man.
Yes,
No
thank you
doubt.
for
Like I
having me.
said,
Nothing.
the working parts in the background, the teamwork
Look,
make
the
the
engineer
dream
gotta
work.
come up and you see how
Yeah.
I'm letting y'all know
Yeah.
I'll be back here working. We
Yeah.
love shout out to Shaka.
That's
Shout
what-
out to Shada Plug.
Okay.
Shada
That's what-
Plug on Instagram.
You know what I'm saying?
SHATHE
That's-
Plug.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank
That's what's
you.
up, y'all.
All right. Well, we'll be coming back on shortly. All right. Stay tuned. Don't worry, y'all. We're gonna talk about the COVID stuff. We got so much information. They spraying more shit all in the air. As we doing. Get your gas mask. Get everything ready because it's about to be a movie.
Yes.
All right. I'll see y'all soon.
Later.
Okay, we on? We live? All right. I feel like Biggie. We all the way. I feel like Biggie right now. And another one. You know what I'm saying? Look, she laughing at me already. See, I got a smile out of her. How you doing, Goddess?
I'm good.
What's your name and where you from?
I'm Rai. Come from Brooklyn.
Okay, you from Brooklyn, New York. That's good. Still New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing you got some music out there that we gonna talk about. Mm-hmm. But what is your single that you have out right now? My engineer's like.
My single's called Me.
It's called We.
Me.
Oh, Me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, I thought it said Me. All right. And once again, dope music, dope stuff going on. Like when did you start your music, and what inspired you to become an artist?
So what started? You said what started my music, right?
Yeah. What started? Well, it was two questions. When and what started it? What made you?
Well, what made me want to become an artist was basically just my family and everybody motivating me,
right,
to like pursue music because they saw that I had the talent to actually
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, fine, I'll do this. Just so I can like be a good example to those around me.
Okay.
That was basically it. Like I just wanted to make my family happy. That's basically.
Wow. Okay, that's good. That's good that you're doing something to make your family happy. But did you want to do it as well? Like, do you enjoy doing it?
I do enjoy doing it. I do enjoy.
Okay, well, that's good. I know you're super talented, and I know you're good at it. You know what I'm saying? So I can see you enjoying it. So, like, at what age was that when your family was like, hey, you really got something going on here? I didn't know you had that.
It was, like, at a young age, at a very young age, like, when I was just, like, singing nursery rhymes at school. But, like, as I got older, since COVID hit, that's when I actually decided to take it to the next level. I used to perform at school or whatever and just do my own little thing at talent shows and whatnot. But then I decided I wanted to be in the music industry once COVID hit. So,
wow. See, COVID had some positive things that happened out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which people had a lot of time on their hands. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, you really took your craft to the next level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, so when COVID hit, you're like, you know what? I'm going to dig more into this craft, and then you made it, become what it is now. Mm-hmm. So, like, what do you consider yourself, like, just a hip-hop artist? What type of artist are you?
Honestly, I wouldn't put myself in any, like, box because, like, as an artist, like, you're going to have to learn to deal with other genres as well. But absolutely. I think I could do a lot. I think I could be in R&B, hip-hop, pop, country, all that stuff. I think I could do it all.
I don't know why I keep thinking of country when my people come up here. I'm thinking of down south folks. All right, so you think you can do it all, and that's good. You're not trying to put yourself in one little box or whatever like that. Yeah. But for right now, what are you leaning towards? What are you doing most of?
Right now, my single "Me" it's more of a pop song, so I guess I'm leaning towards pop more so.
That's good.
I like to dance. I like to draw.
That's cool.
I like to do a whole bunch of things.
Oh, you're an artist.
Yeah, I'm an artist. Like I mean, sometimes when you're not every day do you want to do the same thing. Like you want to dance. Sometimes you want to listen to other people's music too. You want to dance too.
Right.
And drawing, it's very calming. So I'm like, yeah.
Girl, I drew the other day. I had to draw for my daughter, and it was horrible. It was 2 sticks. And she was like, oh, Mommy, you did a good job. And I'm saying to myself, thank you. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know if I really did do a good job. I really did a good job. But that's really good. Do you see, like, because you know how to dance, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to incorporate that in as being an artist? Because some people just get up there and sing on the stage, and then some people dance and then have background dancers.
Yeah.
Are you going to be one of those that is going to dance while singing?
Yeah, of course. I want to be like a Michael Jackson, like where he can like rock the whole stage.
Did she just say Michael? Okay, girl.
Yeah, I want to be like I don't want to be like him, but I want to be able to have the talent as him to like carry my whole presence, to carry the whole stage. Like even when it comes down to it, not every time are you gonna have background dancers. So I kind of want to like I want to, like Michael, he entertained and he was just being himself.
He's a super entertainer, and I really do. Outside of him, I put a lot of people in that caliber, but just off the top of the dome, I think Beyonce definitely is on that level when it comes to actually entertaining and stuff like that. Now, when it comes to your music, do you write a lot, or do you write all of your music in your songs, or do you incorporate it with other people?
I do both. Yeah, I do both. I write my own songs.
Okay.
Like I originally wrote my own music.
Okay.
Then, yeah, but my song it was not written by me, but it is for me.
It is for you, which is fine. That's still good, because sometimes other people will write things, but that suits you. Yeah. So you can relate to that. Listen, the greatest of the greats. I was shocked when I heard that what's his name wrote to the left for Beyonce. I'm like, what? And then he was a guy. I didn't think that he would be in that type of music, and I wouldn't even think that Beyonce would take it. But that's how talented some people are, to where they they take on other people's lyrics. Now, could you write for other people? Would you consider writing for other people?
Yeah, I would consider writing for other people, because I kind of like, I want to see people perform to like something that I've written before.
Girl, I'll be like, yeah, that's me right there. That's me. What? Especially if it hit the charts, I'll be bragging. Like, make sure you put my name real good on your album, credits and all of that. I'll be calling them in the morning like, yo, I don't see my name up there yet. I wrote that song. But, so you think you can write for other people, or just write in general to someone else, for someone else?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well that's good, because I can't.
People who write, it's about a frequency. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when other people write, they're kind of like on a certain frequency. When a person hears the reference track, they can instantly feel themselves on that same frequency, because it's almost like someone like it's almost like that person spoke to this other person, and then the person crafted the song based off of what the person told them. Because sometimes the songs, art imitates life.
Art imitates life. That's very true.
So when people
it almost seemed like you were speaking in third person just a minute ago. But
but when people are creating, that's what it is really about. It's about reaching people. When you do music to reach people. You want to impact people. You want to inspire people. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well,
so it's the same thing when you write. You want to really touch someone enough that they feel like, that's me.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then next thing you know, they want to buy your song. And I enjoy that.
Hey.
You know me, girl. I'm going back to the enjoyment, business, y'all. The enjoyment of me writing that song, no matter how, that sounds so eloquently well, the way he put it, but it's still my song. Now, which is great. That's a talent in itself, because I've heard people say that, you know what, I can write for, I've heard people say that for some reason, certain type of songs, they can only write for themselves and they can't write for other people, and vice versa. So for you to come up and say, listen, I can write, I can write for anybody. I can do that. I enjoy that. I like that. I like that very, very well. So now, I mean, you would consider yourself an upcoming artist, right? A new artist, an indie artist. And so when you think of other artists that you look at and listen to and stuff like that, can you drop some names? Can you name drop some of them?
So right now, I have a management team working with me, and like the people who are working with my management, like the artists right now, GX, Princess Rock, Shawa. These people are my family, so of course I'm gonna look up to them the most. Like,
that's so nice.
Yeah, Shawa, Princess Rock, the Young Kings. Okay. The Byzantine. I love them all. I love all their
super
music.
Super talented people. That's good that you named them, because sometimes people need to have their names out there because they are talented, but unfortunately people focus so much on the people who've already made to the top. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure they work really hard to get there. But outside of your team and being inspired by your team, are there any other artists that, are at the top of the charts right now where you say, you know what, I would definitely like to work with that person?
So I think one of the most talented people is like Bruno Mars.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Bruno
He's
Mars.
the first mentioned up here. Okay. This is the first time someone mentioned him.
And he's really talented.
Okay, very.
Yeah, he could dance regardless.
He's young but got an old soul in me. But
no, I don't think he's young. I just think he's like, you know.
How old is he? He in his 30s?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
You think he's older? Is he now?
I feel like he's.
What? How old is Bruno
He's 30.
Mars, girl? I don't know. I have no idea. I just thought he was probably. I don't know. You know where I think. Yeah, but anyway, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, Bruno.
Yeah, because I'm looking at his face right now. I'm picturing his face, and I'm seeing 30, 35 or something like that.
Yeah, he probably is 30, but like, he still looks...
the young ones is going to call anybody past 5, anyone that's 5 and up over, they consider old. You know what I'm saying? But I understand where you're coming from. For some reason, when I first am introduced to an artist, that first picture is what I see them. And it's like, it don't matter how old they get. Like Justin Bieber. Like, I just think he's still a little kid. Like, I don't remember him being grown. And it just sticks there with me. So maybe because Justin Bruno, when I first seen him, he was young. I'm pretty sure he was in his 20s when I first seen him. Yeah. So now I just, whatever. But anyway, Justin Bruno. Justin Bruno. Okay.
Justin.
Like Justin Bruno. I got Bruno and Bieber all mixed up.
Do you know Tori Kelly?
No, I don't. No.
Yeah, it's like underrated artist. Like, and I like
Tori Kelly.
I like older music. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just something about older music that just makes you. And most of the legends have been passed away, so it's like It's like I don't really know, but
the older music is soulful. You can listen to it now. You can listen to it 6 months from now, and you are still. It's older music it creates nostalgia.
In your opinion.
I'm just saying. Yeah, well, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah, let's stick with that. Because when you are listening to music that has impacted you, it takes you to a moment. It takes you to that moment when you were really listening to the song, or it might have been a moment in the party. It could have been a moment in school. It could have been a moment in a doggone department store. But you heard that song and it took you somewhere else. So every time you hear that song, it takes you back to that moment. And I think that's what older music does, compared to some of the newer music. The newer music is just about the vibration, and they just kind of locked into a vibration now. That's why people can't even remember certain songs that were hot 5 years ago.
Maybe onto something.
Yeah.
He may be onto something.
Yeah,
but
we're
constantly
if you know him by
evolving.
name and artist,
we're constantly
let's
evolving.
get it.
So because we're evolving, obviously you're going to forget something. It's just like a woman. She give birth and you know what? It was excruciating pain. It was pain, but then you don't forget it, but it's not like imprinted like how it was like just the day of or the day after. You're like, woo, damn, that hurt it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the only way I can best explain it when it comes to the music and the impact of music. But definitely, so you got an old soul yourself. You got a vibration that kind of like, gravitates towards the older music. Besides those people, is there anyone else that I know of? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Who you said? Kelly who? And no shades to that person, because now I'm gonna have to look him up. Look her up. But and I like learning, and I love listening to music with people that are out there that I didn't even get an opportunity to. So you definitely put me on game. But is there anybody I know? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know who's old school out there. KRS or somebody? I don't know.
KRS.
Well, he was the last person on the verses, so I had to say that.
I would have to say.
She,
wow.
She stuck on her little, underground, and I love that about you because it's like, you know what? I'm focused more on the people who are closest to me, and it seems like, you can relate to them more.
Yeah, I can.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's like super, super dope. So give me some top 5 people, because I know you were giving me those things, but like top 5 people that, you listen to, that you would like to work with, that are out there right now, that you could relate to.
Well, I am young, so I did listen to artists of like my age. So I would like to work with maybe Ariana Grande, stuff like that. Like Ariana Grande.
There's a song she got, girl, I played for like a whole week. But anyway, go ahead.
No, I used to listen to her all the time when I was little.
Right.
And who else? I used to listen to Taylor Swift a lot. I used to listen, honestly,
Swift,
like it's like people that everybody knows. Tori Kelly, Justin Bieber. It's like the top of the top. The Weeknd.
Right. I like The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Very soulful. J. Cole. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And Kanye West, probably.
Why you laugh? Kanye good, girl. Kanye good. He all right. I understand the mass is confusing us, but he good money. That's just Kanye. That's Ye. He been that way
that
since.
Haircut. Excuse me, y'all, but that haircut kind of ill, though. We don't talk about that haircut.
Oh, my God. You know
that
what?
That haircut's something different.
Kanye always had to be different. He's always been that way.
Too different
at the end of the day. But that never, his difference in style and doing whatever he do on a personal side can never overshadow his talent. He's a super genius.
Yes, he's a great producer. I love his music. I love his music, and it just sounds so cool. But like at the same time, like when you listen to it, you may not understand it, but you could like when you listen to an artist song, sometimes you don't understand the lyrics, but then you change it to what you want it to mean. Like, do you understand what I mean? Because
everyone has their own translation in a way, what I mean, or they have a way of receiving it. So I definitely get that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like, I just want to know more about you and your music. What songs do you have coming out, or what songs are you focused on making right now?
Right now, it's kind of like an R&B song, Mr. Right. It's called Mr. Right.
Y'all in these names. Okay, what's Mr. Right all about?
It's basically like about me finding somebody that that I want to be with somebody that I want to be with, and what type of characteristics that they have that I would admire for that my dream person to have. Right. Like some of the lyrics in it is somebody who's patient, who's tender hearted, right, who can adore me and love me for who I am and stuff like that.
So this is talking about the characteristics or the personality of a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. your ideal person. Right. Basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, is this just a song, or this is for real, for real? What I like about music, by the way,
like I said, art imitates life.
Right,
now.
It imitates life, and that's what I like about it. But line for line, one line could be true and one line can't, and that's the uniqueness about it. And I think which create you get your own fan base, because they always just mix and match with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your new project, Mr. Right?
Yeah, Mr. Right.
Okay, and when is that going to be coming out?
Well, it's not really a project. Well, it's like it's gonna come out, but it's like it hasn't been released yet. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so when are you still working with it, and then you'll put the release date out, or
I'm still working with it. I got everything to to release it, but it hasn't been released yet. If you know what I mean. Okay, yeah, y'all and y'all
secrecies. I know what it is. I know what it's all about. So outside of Mr. Right, do you have anything else in the looking forward to creating, before that's even finished? Because I'm telling you, y'all artists, y'all just like boom, and it's like, wow, when did this come out?
Honestly, when you're an artist, it's like you have so many ideas that you don't even really like think sometimes. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like you don't think,
Girl,
but it just comes out of you.
It's 100 miles a minute. I think that's just human. Because
Yeah,
I think that's
true.
a tourist. That's what it is with me. It's like I'm waking up and I need some sort of device to just, you know what I'm saying, take all my ideas and put it into one and make it actually happen.
Yeah, that's true. But like the songs that like the main thing, the main like idea of the songs that's coming out is like motivation, determination, like pushing you to do your best, even though, especially, I think most of my songs have to do something with COVID.
I was just about to ask you that question. You can't make this up. You kept saying motivation, and I'm like, okay, you said you was doing this during COVID, so. Listen here, y'all, we gonna make it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You're going to reach the charts with that because COVID is stressing me out. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other people feel that way as well.
Yep.
Yo, so COVID is definitely up in the charts right now.
Yep.
Yes. But are you mentioning the actual word in some of your songs, or it's just based off of just, inspirational stuff? Are you mentioning COVID in some of your songs? Because I think some people shy away because with everything that's going on, so they don't want to actually say the actual word in certain songs, which I happened to see earlier today, which was surprising. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. I haven't. It's more inspirational. It's like you have to listen to the song carefully to understand what's the true meaning behind it.
Okay. And
honestly, like, I think that. I might make a song that has the word COVID in, now that you say that, because if I say that, it's going to be a whole riot.
And then you're going to say, wow, I went viral with that?
Yeah.
That's not even my best. How dare she mention COVID? I don't know. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm always giving people ideas. Just make sure you put the credits right there on the dotted line for me. You know what I'm saying? My name could be right there. I'm good with that. I'm okay. Tell Mom I won't charge a lot, a little 5%. That's all promotional fees. That's it. Anyway, so definitely that's cool. Yeah. Now I always ask, like, you're super talented with the music. What else do you have? What type of talents you have outside of that?
I did say I was a dancer.
Okay. Well. Okay. If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
If I wasn't doing music, honestly, if I wasn't doing music, I would still be doing music, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm pretty, like, honestly, growing up my whole life, like, I've been listening to music. I feel like my life would have something to do with music, regardless, even if I wasn't in the business of music. Like, if dancing, that requires music. And then you go about life, you listen to music. Anything could literally be music. Music could be a beat. It could be anything. And as far honestly, I'm just the type of person I am. I have to sing sometime. I have to sing sometime.
Right. Definitely, music is in every way, shape, form, and fashion in our lives somehow, some way. Some people more than others. Some people are really into it, like, this is their craft, and some people just dig, come in and out of it. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. But like, so I've learned that we are like just super intelligent beings, and then we have other additional talents that, or interests that we have that some people may not know. Like, you know what I mean? For instance, I think Serena Williams liked to paint nails. I'm like, okay. So she was saying that, she would be doing something in regards to that and having a business with that. So, Are you saying that, like, would you be an engineer, behind the scenes with the music? You would still kind of be in it in some way, shape, or form? Would you? I know you said dancing.
Yeah.
But so you'll probably be like a dancer, like I don't want to say behind the scene dancer, but usually I do see the dancers there behind the artist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Making sure that everything is looking right.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be probably a background dancer. But I guess I would be an artist as well. Like, drawing wise, like I would be an artist. Maybe an artist. There's different meanings for the word artist. Like there's different meanings behind that.
There's different type of artists. There definitely is, because there's some people who draw. Some people do I don't know what you call that, a canvas or the mud thing going on. Some people.
Something that has to do with clay.
Clay. But there's different type of artists. I don't know what they all are, but it is what it is. So anyway, I don't want to hold you too long. I appreciate you coming up here and, letting us know what's going on with you and the projects that you have. Do you have any merch out right now?
Right now, no, but it's in the works.
Okay, so you got the fashion going on too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so give everyone your social media handle, and most importantly, where can they find your music at? Where can they see you at?
Okay, you could find my music on Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud. You could find it on all social media platforms.
Awesome.
And you could find me at Ryaka, GX Ryaka _ and you could find me on Instagram. My link, all my stuff is linked in my bio. So
okay, everything is linked in your bio.
Yeah,
awesome. Well, we thank you for coming.
Thank you for.
You got a little Easter egg?
I got a little Easter egg in the segment after her song.
No comprende. Okay.
I got you.
Okay, so play.
Well, you saw it yesterday. No, I don't think you did see it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about Ye.
Oh man, don't do it. Play the song.
I'm doing it.
Okay. There's a song, right? Doing it well. All right, you guys, let's watch this video.
This is Ryaka, and her song is called Music. Check it out,
I wake up in the morning, yeah, looking in the mirror, like what I see. 'Cause I'm funny, smart, so strong, kind, considerate, skinny, witty, itty, bitty, looking pretty confident. 'Cause I'm me. There's no one like me. I love being me. There's only one. Original, sensational, I'm one of a kind. I'm blessed from above, got so much love. That's just the way I shine. It's the God in me, that's why I am me. I love being me, can't you see? 'Cause I'm me. There's no one like me. I love being me. There's only one. Love yourself, come on. Love yourself, come on. Love yourself, come on. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself, 'cause I'm me, 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 me. There's no one like me. I love being me, 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 me. There's only one. Funny, smart, so strong. There's no one like me. Me and me. I love being so strong. Skinny, pretty. There's only one. Looking pretty. Me and me. Me and me.
I gotta make another one on, baby. Yay, come on now, bro. You must be ready to attend this barbecue, my Briggity brother. Yeah, barbecue. Your motherfucking head look like a damaged garden. It look like God dropped a lawnmower from heaven on your shit and that bitch went to work. Your ass got a head full of Trace Dorito drawings, boy, on baby boy. Your shit like a dirt bike road for armadillos, boy. I bet you while the barber was cutting your hair, all you heard in the barbershop was ew, 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 head ass. Your motherfucking haircut in cursive, boy. You went in the barbershop and said, let me get the whatchamacallit. On my baby boy, it look like Stevie wanted to cut your shit outside during a dangerous blizzard, boy. Your ass got a head full of life-threatening wingworms. Your shit like an etch-a-sketch design that was almost erased. Your little ugly ass, boy, on baby boy. And we heard what happened to yeah, we found out. You got into a vicious argument with your barber over the last switch roll. You ate that motherfucker anyway, turned your back. He threw the clippers at you while they were still on. Them bitches went to work on baby boy. Never fall asleep around your kids' head ass, boy, on my baby boy. Your ass got a head full of fake Picasso paintings. Your stupid ass, boy, on my baby boy. Your ass like you was headbutting. Your ass was headbutting razors, boy. Your dumb ass, boy.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate you so much for coming through and chopping it up with us. You know, we wish you nothing but great success here, House of Harlem TV. Just make sure that when you reach the top, you don't forget about me. I joke a lot up here, man, but you know, that was a dope song, me. You know what I'm saying? And it's giving me. I can't really now. Usually, when I hear people music, I can most of the time I can associate them with one like mainstream artist, but you got your own little lane going on, and it sounds really good. You're super talented, so keep up the good work. And we definitely will be watching you reach the charts. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Oh, shout out to the Byzantine, to Saint Justinian, Mr. Paul, Tuesday, for everybody who has me on this interview. Everybody, thank you so much.
That's
and
right. I told you, don't forget about them people in the band.
He's going to keep saying
and
that
it go
all
down.
night.
It go down.
It go down?
Backseat, yeah. Behind the scene people.
Oh,
You know
boy,
what I'm saying?
listen, shout out to
They be
House
strong.
of Harlem
They be
team
strong
back
on me.
here.
They be strong on me,
Oh,
y'all.
boy, shout out to Shaka
They
right
put
now.
people
He
in the
got the
headlock
mic.
and all that. We pick, like full Nelsons and all that. We do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's all love. We appreciate Rika for coming up. You know what I'm saying? Dope song. We will be playing more and more of her music as it comes out. Right. We will be checking her out when she does performances. So go to her social media. You know, the handle is up there on the screen. Check her out. You know, and stay tuned to great things coming from this sister. All right?
Nothing but greatness.
That's what it is. We'll be right back.
Okay. as I woosah right now, guys, you're not gonna believe this.
Did you see that nigga hairline?
His hairline was off
God.
the chart.
Oh God, that brother's hairline was.
I
Man, listen.
feel for this brother. I don't know what's going on.
That nigga fell down a flight of razor blade steps.
I remember it must have been 2 years ago when he had his first outburst, and he was mentioning certain people, and he is just super genius. I remember him having the last like big concert he did. He had like a floating stage, and and then after that, he came out with like the gospel album. And we were all just sitting and waiting to kind of figure out, like, is this like, like a publicity stunt, so to speak? And now
That
it's
shit
like
is
2 or 3
self-torture.
years later,
That shit is
and this
torture.
momentum is still going. And there was mention of him having certain
Torturing my eyesight.
illnesses, and I don't like the name calling. I think it's boxing people, and I
don't
think that
mind.
people get too
I don't mind it.
complacent with this name calling. But that's neither here or there. Let me just break down some news to you guys really quick. I guess this one message is going to be in relations to the people who live here in New York City. Shout out to Anu for passing this information. I think this is pertinent. We really need to know what the hell is going on. All right. So let me read this article. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this is the headline. Okay. And I really wish I can take my phone to show you. So this is according to NBC New York. Okay. NBC New York News, okay? Non-toxic gas to be deployed in 100 plus New York City locations, including transit and bio-attack readiness tests. Okay? Now listen, I'm not Albert Einstein, but yeah. We're gonna continue. It says that New York City response plans for a chemical or biological attack will be put to the test in coming weeks as part of a federal preparedness study. The MTA says that the Department of Homeland Security, working alongside a team of researchers and city agencies, will deploy a non-toxic gas this month at about 120 locations. The city includes transit, and they got the transit authority right here. Where do you do that at?
Yeah, the story that I saw, because I saw that same story the end of last week. The story, when I saw it, was talking about predominantly running fake non-toxic gases in the subway. It was really based on the subway because they wanted to test the response team. They wanted to test the alertness of or the awareness of people in that area, or in the subway for that matter. And they did this a few years back. So don't think this is something new because they've already done this. It's just that people were very unaware that it was even going on. You know what I mean?
Okay, rewind selector. Non-toxic chemical. So now you're supposed to be doing this test, right? And obviously if it's chemicals, that means that people should be passing out so you can respond to them and you can run up to them and go, hey, you okay? Put some mask on them, pull their bodies out. Wouldn't you think the training would kind of be like that? So how in Hula Hula Land will they be spraying some non-toxic gas into the subways and non-chemicals, right? Non-chemical is what they actually said, into the subways, and how would this testing or training be done? And do you think that people should be in the subway when this is taking place? It sounds fishy to me.
There.
Okay?
Somebody's going to definitely be there, and that's what they want. You know what I mean? Because this is all part of the false flag initiative. You know what I mean?
So he say.
Yeah, so I know. You know what I mean?
I don't know nothing anymore.
So I know because, like I said, they did it before, and I was aware of it, and I saw how it went down in the train stations when they did it before. They
and what did you witness?
I witnessed. It wasn't like a whole lot of emergency or chaos being done like that. It was quiet. It was quiet. It's almost like they were active. They was actually trying to pump something in the air, but they were disguising it as some sort of quote unquote test. You know what I'm saying? This is why even to this day I feel awkward being in mass transit because every time I'm on mass transit I get sleepy. I could be on it 5 minutes, but I feel like I can't keep my eyes open. So I know that they are pumping something in the system, and they're talking about doing it, but they've been doing it, is what I'm telling y'all people.
Well, I don't go. I don't go unless I have to, and that's been seldom. I don't. I don't mind taking the bus. Oh, you saying no, right? You witnessed that? I ain't going to no subway.
No. In the chat, Byron asked, "Was you able to see the gas?" No, but I did know they gave specific times and stuff like that, and they also had these contraptions that were in the subway. They had these contraptions, and I asked one of them, and they were kind of like hesitant to really talk about it, but they said they just running a test. We just running tests.
And then you just continued on instead of getting up out of there.
I had to get where I had to get to. What I'm gonna do? Run out the train station at that point?
Hell yeah.
I got off the train from another stop that had the same thing. It's not like it was at one stop. They were at every train station.
Right, and that's when you take the bus.
You know what I'm saying? So, well, Well,
no.
And Byron asked, it was a clear guess. It wasn't something you could see. It wasn't something you could smell. You know what I mean?
It was so
something
fishy.
because when last year when it first happened, and they put it in the news and nobody saw it.
No, I did. I spoke about that. Okay, because somebody posted it that it was going to happen, and I'm like, how they post? They had it posted on the train station. And I'm like, nobody's seeing this, and everybody just keep going on with their lives. But guess what? That's how New Yorkers are. Because remember when the flood happened, and the water was up here, people were swimming in the water with the rats to get on the train. That's electric. So that's neither here or there. We're gonna have to move on because I have a couple of other things, and my phone is low battery.
Okay.
Do you want to read any article?
No. What else you got?
Okay, so Biden, caught shipping, Biden regime caught shipping underage migrants in New York State in the dead of night.
According to the New York Post, y'all. So this is not, this is quote unquote the supposedly mainstream media.
Post is,
you know what I'm saying?
I can't.
In the dead of night, underage migrants. Where they coming? Well, we know they're coming from Texas. What are they doing, and what's the purpose? What's the purpose? You know what I'm saying?
This is in the midst.
I guarantee you, none of them got shots.
Right. This is in the midst of them saying that all city workers now have to until November 1st, even though it's not city workers, because if you contracted with the city, you're considered city workers, but you don't get city benefits. That's neither here or there. The U.S. is expecting 400,000 migrants to cross into the U.S. this month. And a new record under Joe Biden, the migrants are being shipped across the U.S. after they crossed the open U.S. border with Mexico. Hundreds of the underage migrants, and they have a picture of it too, are being secretly flown from Texas to New York to resettlement by the Biden administration. Oh, God, you know what? You know how this B administration, we got a name drop. And the phone went dead. So here we are in the middle of a pandemic where they want us to get herd immunity, and now they're forcing everyone to get vaccinated, including city workers, and some are not with this initiatives, okay? And they refuse to get it. So, do you know how many people in the police department here in New York and Chicago are going to completely, X out, and they are not, there's going to be, the crime rate is going to be high, now, including inflation that's about to happen. It's just going to be, it's a hot mess.
Now, to piggyback off of what you're saying, real quick.
Go ahead.
Based off, and it's relevant because out in Chicago,
yes,
you have Mayor Beetlejuice. You know what I'm saying? Mayor Beetlejuice. You look at look at her. Look at her. You'll know what I'm talking about. Her name is Mayor Beetlejuice.
She on some crack, but that's a whole nother story.
What she did was she sent a letter to all of the counties, all Chicago. Of the departments, all of the police departments. So this is a notice. This was a notice that was supposed to be said at every roll call. You know what I mean? And it stated that if anybody, up to a certain point, if anybody attempted to retire or resign in order to not comply with this new situation, that they stood to lose their pension and their retirement benefits. That's what is going on in the city of Chicago. Shout out to Chi-Town.
Shout out Chi.
You know what I'm saying? Because
keep your head up.
They trying to send y'all through the buzzsaw. You know, all of the people working out there.
Everyone
That's
is
what
going to
it is.
have to come together now. Okay.
Crazy, y'all.
There's going to have to be mass lawsuits happening. There's going to have to be group economics that's going to need to take place, and we're going to have to. We shall overcome, and we just going to have to do what we have to do, right? So with that being said, there's no special privileges. There's no police. You can't say, "Oh, I'm a doctor," or "I'm a lawyer," and "I'm this and I'm that." There's no. I'm an artist. I'm a big time rapper. I'm a millionaire. There are no special privileges right now. So we all are going to have to come together and do what we have to do. And because if you look in the Constitution, and this is not written in their laws, okay? There's not written nowhere. They are literally going on the TV screen and telling you what you're going to do, and they have no law to back that up.
Well, real quick, y'all know that the mayoral elections are coming up. Now, anybody in the New York tri-state area, what do y'all think is going to be the foreseeable outcome for whoever becomes the successor as mayor? Do you think it's going to get better, or do you think it's going to get worse, or do you think they're just going to continue to push you into the gas chamber? You know.
And now we move on. Dear old, I always get the names wrong, but hopefully I get this name right. Colin Powell, is that his name?
Yeah.
What is the news with good old Colin Powell, who took the slabber jabber, and now he is no longer here, although people did not sympathize with him due to the fact that he was one of the people who pressed the red button on with everything that's happening in Iraq. But I digress. Go ahead, please continue to talk.
And they said that his situation, he was dealing with some other things, and they said that he passed due to COVID-19 complications.
So let's break this down, Rewind Selector. You know I'm going to have a whole segment called Rewind Selector, okay?
I wonder.
Now, you know common sense exists.
But
it
ain't common
in the
nowadays.
new world, is not common, but some of us still have it. Here you have a man who had no issues at all and took a slabber jabber And as a result of taking the slabber jabber, because it was mentioned with the highest of highest, the CDC and the NIH, that you can get it even though you get the slabber jabber. He received the slabber jabber, not ever having it before, then receiving the Rona, then passing away. Now, do you think it's from Rona complications, or do you think it's from slabber jabber complications? Use your intelligent mind to figure that out.
This whole situation is full of complications. This whole situation is complicated, you know. And as far as I know, from what I see happening, it's not hard to say that it will be the latter of your statements. That it, you know, because you have people who are super healthy. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now, Crazy World said he was 85 and had problems.
Oh.
How so convenient.
He had
How convenient.
underlying illnesses, but then what they call them comorbidities, and then he still goes and they be advised to take the slabber jabber.
But see, this is the thing.
Why
he may have had those complications, y'all.
But he was doing damn sure good before.
But what they are going to put on his COD is COVID-19 complications. It ain't going to have nothing to do with any pre-existing problem he may have been suffering from.
No, you know what? Listen, at the end of the day, what was the overall message of why we should take it? We're still going to get it, but we're not going to what? From it, all right? We're not going to, our lives are not going to end from it, right? So how is it that his life has ended, okay? So it doesn't, forget about all of his age and forget about what he had, because they said make sure you take it if you want to what? Not, okay? I don't want to use that word here because everything.
We know what that is.
Okay, now we have so much to talk about. Now, once again, we have doctors left and right with all type of credentials, by the way, and it's not fake and phony, who are examining these specimens, okay, the Moderna and the Pfizer, and their findings is beyond me. There's some creatures happening out here in the world. But before we can get that, wasn't there news that wasn't there news that Johnson & Johnson is only 5% effective? I mean, do you have the article on that? Moderna is only a certain amount of effective. Now,
see, this and is the thing about it is they're saying that these protective agents that
these agents
that they wanna put over your shoulders like they put the cape over James Brown when he kneels down.
I feel good.
They are saying that these things wear off. Now, it's ironic that they're saying that.
Pineapples,
okay.
Go ahead, please, because I think you're going to say it.
No, it's ironically that they say, that this comes about now.
With
but
the
they
booster
never
shots?
talked about, no, I'm not even getting into that yet. But they never spoke about what the possibilities of it was when it was coming out. Because according to what we saw, it was 100% effective. Then it went down to 90% effective. Then it went down to 70% effective. Then 60. Then 40.
The booster shot is very relevant. You want to know why? Because it's not effective. Now they got to push the new trick to make you take the booster shots every 6 months. Okay, y'all gotta see these timelines and how they pushing this stuff. All of a sudden it's up to 90% effective, and now you got one of them that's almost close to 5%. But now you got to take the booster shots. It's very relevant. And at this point, if you guys don't see what's happening, I'm gonna have to say you probably a bot at this time. I don't know.
You know what? Let's leave that alone. We don't want to get too deep into it because we slide down a slippery slope anyway. You know what I'm saying?
With these community guidelines.
Because our brother Jonah was talking about South Dakota Trust, and they cut the whole segment about what he was talking about off of,
Oh, you way off the topic.
Platform. No, I'm just saying that at any particular time, they will turn around and just chop what we just said off. So we want to be very low key and under the radar. We don't want to violate any community guidelines. You know what I mean?
I can't speak the truth.
We dealt with too much of this nonsense.
I can't speak the truth.
And that I don't even want to say I don't even want to speak into existence the possibilities, because I'm going to be looking up a certain platform's address and looking for people that work there if this thing happens again. You dig what I'm saying? Because we put too much time and energy in there to bring in information, bringing great content, bringing really dope artists like the two we had here tonight, for us to be getting cut off.
This is just going to be for artists.
Like that.
This is just going to be for artists. We're going to get a platform.
Fuck all
by
that.
the way, Trump is coming out with a social media platform.
And we on it.
Called Truth Social. Okay, stay tuned. It's coming pretty soon, right after, I think, the new year. Going right fresh into 2020. What year we in right now? I forgot, because I've been out of work for too long.
20-something one.
So, yeah. And so stay tuned, okay? And he said you will be able to speak about whatever you want to speak about on there. And he just signed a contract with some company, and it's about to go down. If this happens and it's good, woo, it's over.
No, I got a question. I got a quick question, because we almost at the top of the hour, and we're about to close out. But for all of the people who watch, what we do and partake and tap in to the grown folk talk that we have, what would you do and how would you feel if, with all of the resistance going on, knowing what the constitutional rights are to the people, when, and I'm not saying if, I'm saying when things get overturned and certain things become viable without having to comply, how are the people gonna feel when they know they did it for whatever reason? It wasn't even because they even
what
believed
is the question?
in it.
Ask that question over again.
Okay.
Yeah, you were long-winded.
How does everybody feel that took the slab jab? How they gonna feel when things get overturned and people's rights are gonna prevail?
Rights. How about that? How are they gonna feel when things are overturned? They find out they're dying in their last dying bed. Excuse me, I wasn't supposed to say that word. And not only that, these pharmaceutical companies, they always say, if you took, how the lawyers come in and go, oh, there's a class action lawsuit. If you took such and such and such product, you can get compensated. Well, that's what's going to happen with Rona.
Hit y'all with the infomercial.
How are you going to feel?
You gonna get with the infomercial 1 and 2.
Right. How are you gonna feel? Yeah, if you have mesothelioma or heart conditions, if you took this product between the year of 2000 and 2021, you can possibly be compensated. Please call 1-800-law.
Yeah, you may have a case if you have
heart failure, heart condition.
If you have taken the slab jab,
if you've been diarrheaing on yourself,
you may have a case. If you're suffering from dementia,
snotty
drooling,
nose,
snotty nose, diarrhea
of the mouth,
any of these things, then you can call Sherman and Slobin, and we can take care of you.
Okay, so with that being said, I guess your question is, how are you going to feel, right? Hey, you talking? How are you going to feel? And in my opinion, I mean, you guys can answer that, but for me, you having a whole conversation live. Oh, we have a caller. Okay, well, let the caller come in because I was about to say, since when we doing this? All right, peace.
In the building, peace family.
Oh, peace family. How are you doing? How's everything?
Everything is everything.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Talk your stuff because we want to hear it.
Oh, peace family. How are you? Oh, let me turn this down in the background.
Yeah, I hear the double talk.
Yeah, I have my thing on. Yeah, man, I was just trying to get in on the convo. I know I haven't been on in a while, so everything y'all talking about was interesting. You know, it's scratching my back. I'm like, whoa, let me get in on this.
Yeah, they spraying chemical and stuff in the MTA, and now you 5% with now.
Well,
where they do that at?
The only thing I didn't hear y'all talk about was the push for the 5 to 11-year-olds to take the slobber jabber.
Like, we haven't even begun.
Why are we not even outraged about that? That's supposed to be a big topic of discussion coming up.
That will be dropping at the theaters near you pretty soon.
Huh?
So we have to. That will be dropped every morning. I mean, it's like just preparing us. I'm like, they don't have no other news. I don't think they really agree with this. This is how often they say it. What?
Yeah.
10-10 wins. Is it wins?
10-10 wins.
No, I said wins. You didn't hear good. I was about to say whiz, but then I'm like, no, I never seen it say whiz, so I said wins. One of them. Yeah. All right. Just continue. Anyway, yeah. So. Well, tomorrow we are going to do a special live. We have more of this. There's so many articles and so much information that I want to definitely put out because I know we've mentioned several times that to prepare for things, right? But it seems based off of the information that we're receiving daily, it seems like that time is getting very close. Okay? But things can always turn over. For instance, in the middle of Dead Sea, you have a lot of cargo ships out there. And I just heard yesterday that the Florida governor is willing to assist with that. So he's telling them to reroute some of the ships over there so that they can, get them off the ships and get them to where we need to get to.
That part, yeah.
And it's intentionally done, and they're using the excuse of short staffing. But I just watched a whole video where people were being secretly recorded somewhere in Europe where Amazon is discarding produce, okay, from food to actual electronics, and actually I forgot the word. It's like they're intentionally trying to create this inflation so that they can go up on the prices and also kill a couple people. Oh, I said the word again. But anyway, you already know. You already know. We gotta speak pig Latin. We gotta speak pig Latin over here. So go ahead, sis. What is it that you wanted to speak about?
Yeah, well, I had a little bit to say about the thing with C. Powell. I just had a relative that was supposedly, sick and all that in the system, had been going for treatment for years. I'm talking probably 15, 20 years. Had no, nothing debilitating about her. She was young, 44. Okay. And they convinced her to take the jab. And, of course, she died immediately after that. So, of course, they're not saying that's what it is.
My condolences.
They're just saying, they're not even saying, I don't even think they're saying she died from complications of the CV. I think they're just saying that she died from what she had, which was not true. Because her mom was even saying that they convinced both of them to take it. And the thing that's so ludicrous and we got to pay attention to is that they also told her mom that she couldn't come see her in the hospital despite the fact that her mom was vaxxed too. So the whole time her daughter was in the hospital dying, she couldn't go see her. But then, that's just still goes with the lack of ignorance that we have as, as consumers,
right,
as people, all the rhetoric, all the propaganda that we live by every day. You got to get away from these TVs, stuff like that, because you got to know who you are and know how to operate. You got the jab, so you should be able to do whatever they say you can't do without jab, right? So I didn't understand that rhetoric that she gave, but of course I realized that she didn't know how to,
right,
how to operate that. And they said once she got it, she got paralyzed. As soon as she got it, she was paralyzed.
God,
and then she had lymph nodes sticking out her body. Like you could see the lymph nodes. That's how bad they were swollen.
I'm so sorry.
So we know for a fact that this thing caused more autoimmune. So the fact that they're pushing it on people with autoimmune just let me know, to solidify the fact that this is definitely part of a bio weapon to decrease the population, definitely. Because when you're autoimmune already, you can't take nothing that's, further.
Right.
To further that autoimmunity.
Right.
And so many people who so-called had cancer that I know, I got another friend who told me his doctor told him to take it, and he had leukemia, but, it's probably a matter of time for him too. But
right.
they're doing it in the opposite direction, and people who don't know or don't understand, it's gonna happen. It's just facts.
Well, first and foremost, my condolences once again to you and your family. It's just so unfortunate that a lot of our relatives are going to fall subject to this because either they just don't have the willpower to say no and they get scared. Going into the doctor's office is nothing short of bullying, and you have to have you have to stand on your square. Even if you just want to take a test, because they do have the equipment. So, when you are going in there, you have to have a strong, willful mind to be able to go against the bullying, get what you need done, and get the hell up out of there. And it's unfortunate because I fall subject to the bullying a lot. But, me standing on my square, I mean, one time I went toe for toe with the doctor, literally, trying to convince me to take the whooping cough vaccine 7 years ago. And she brought paperwork and said, oh, well, I'm going to print some paperwork out to you because you're listening to the celebrities. And I went and put out paperwork directly from the CDC. And I also highlighted that I am aware that the CDC told you guys to keep harassing us until we cave in. And I highlighted that to her. And I gave it to her and I told her to have a nice day. Okay? So once again, you have to have that type of understanding, knowing, and belief, to trust in yourself when you go into these people. And it's just unfortunate because she just gave you a case where her personal relative had fallen subject to that, and this is why they're not being reported. They're not reporting it. So you got some people here who are just, look at Colin Powell. How you say it's not that? Come on now. You know how they usually say, save that drama for your mama? Please now. At this point in the game, guys, you okay, Jessica?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, at this point in the game, it's just do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, they got people brainwashed that the people who choose not to do it is the reason why this is happening. And I promise you, whenever I get time to have an editor to go way back in my archives, I remember this people telling us if we stay in the house, which we stayed in for 2 or 3 months straight, this will go away. Then they said if we put our mask on, it will go away. Then they said if we double mask up, it will go away. Then they said if we practice social distancing, it will go away. Then they said when you get the slabber jabber, it will go away. Then they said when you get the slabber jabber, press the mask, it will go away. Then now they're saying you got to get the booster shot. Come on, what more evidence and proof that you want? And then when people when people ascend from this, the next thing you know, they're not even reporting it as such.
Well, they already put out there they're not gonna report it. If you only got 2 jabs, you gotta get the booster to say that you're fully there. So they're gonna, like Seth said from the beginning, they're gonna keep moving the goalposts. And if you fall for it, and if you think, yeah, if you think that's,
once you
yeah,
get to this line, they go, no, the line is here now. Then you get to that line, no, the line is here. I don't know what you thought. You must have blinked, or maybe you
yeah,
did, but the line is over here now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, what kind of shit?
yeah,
If you was in a relationship, you wouldn't let your man get away with all of this. In a
yeah.
relationship, you wouldn't let your woman get away with all of this.
Exactly. And I see that we still have some people in our organization that's still saying, hey, these NBA and NFL people took it, they're fine. But see, and that's a travesty of what we're dealing with here. We got a lot of our people are kind of like, what you call these people? Infiltrators. And I think for a fact we got to watch out for these infiltrators.
No, we have to.
And I'm just speaking facts. I ain't holding back no more, because we're at the point now of no return. We can't afford to keep going back and forth with what's going on when 24 months now has passed and we know what the fuck is going on. Excuse my French.
Well, there are some basketball players that are being censored.
Yeah, of course.
Who took it and have blood clot issues and stuff. It was completely dropped from the team. You hear me?
Exactly.
Completely dropped from the team. And once again, they're telling them to be on the hush hush. So once again, with all this censorship, you know that something is wrong.
Well, you know they pawns in the game too. They got to protect their own interests. So we can't be going by them. You know, you just said it earlier that your doctor said you listen to these celebrities. So now it's okay not to listen to the celebrities? You know what I'm saying? Like at one point they want to use it against you, and now they want to use it opposite. You can't listen to you listen to these celebrities tell you not to take it. Now the celebrities tell you take it, you don't listen to them either. You know what I'm saying? It's like they play mind games.
Right.
This is mental fuckery war. We gotta be ready for
some of the celebrities have their life at risk, so they're not saying nothing at all. But there are some that are brave and are saying stuff. But just like you're being censored on Facebook and Instagram and all these other places, that's what's happening to them. Because every time you had a basketball player, for instance, who came up and he was on YouTube and was saying exactly what happened to him. And every time you put his video up, you're now breaking community guidelines. So don't get me wrong. There are some celebrities who are willing to come out and say what it is, because at the end of the day they got fired. But for some reason they're not allowing that information to be out, just like these protests. So I don't want to put all of them under the one category, but it is more that's with it and a part of putting this falseness out here. At this point, we gotta say it's falseness, and this is completely ludicrous. What are you doing?
Right. But not only that, I wasn't saying that they were not allowed to come. I'm just saying how they use their clout, how they use them as pawns against us. Like, we gotta listen to the celebrities. You gotta listen to somebody famous. You gotta listen to them. That's why they were using that campaign against us initially. Remember that? They were, I took it. Everybody was campaigning that they took it. You know what I'm saying? That was okay. That wasn't censored. But now that the ones who want to come forward and say they were injured, they can't come forward and say they're injured. So there's two sides to the coin here.
And why? The doctors and nurses work in the hospitals, right? So they believe in this so-called science that they have. And some of them are literally dropped. They don't care what it is. They refuse to take it and have left. And why aren't these people able to be interviewed to find out what is going on? Why are thousands of doctors are willing to leave their job before they even dare take that test? Not to mention, simultaneous, you got the B administration flying out illegal immigrants directly to certain states, New York in particular, and it's just it's just very interesting to me. And guess what? At this point, like I said, I'm not biting my tongue like you said. If you don't see what's going on, I don't want to hear the excuse of, well, you took the other vaccines. Well, the other vaccines were poisonous, but guess what? Even those was different from this one right here. You can't put those two things hand in hand, because that's an actual vaccine and this isn't. That's number one, okay? Number two, I don't want to hear, you eat food, you do this, you do that. You don't add on more poison than you already have. You should be encouraging the people who's doing wrong with eating eating badly or going to the weed man and you don't even know where he get his stuff, you're supposed to be encouraging them not to do that. Don't add on toxins. So there's no way out of this.
Yeah, no way out. But we will see the results and the consequences of our ignorance, because just like all the other medications, I've been in medicine for 30 years. There's, like I said before, there's never been one cookie cutter thing that did nothing for everybody. So for them to come up with this all of a sudden in the last, 9 months, right, that this whole cookie cutter thing is for everybody, if you're not awake to that, then, bump your head against the wall. Because that's you know what I'm saying? You just totally want to be ignorant, and I don't have time for ignorance. I've been in this for a long time, and I see what's going on, and all you can do is sound the alarm, and the people that want to hear it, going to hear it. People that don't want to hear it, not going to hear it.
Right. And you can let the listeners know, what is your profession? Because sometimes people go, who are you to be coming up here and saying what you're saying, like you got credentials?
I'm a registered nurse for over 30 plus years all over these United States, in the trenches, ICU, ER, cancer. I've seen it all. I can tell you some stories that I know that most of us are, most of our people have been experimental dummies. So I know the ins and outs of medicine. I know how I give the medication, not the doctor. I see the end result of how the patient turn out. I see when they come back and say, I have this side effect, or this happened to me, or this is my mother, and this is what happened to her. This is her 25 list of 30 medications, 50 medications the doctor haven't seen, or da-da-da. I know all the stories. I do the triage. I read, I research. I love my health. I love my body. I take care of myself. I don't get sick. I'm into nutrition. I've trained doctors, trained them. I have one now. I converse with him every single day, and he's a doctor still right now today in Kentucky. And I talk to him every single day about this whole subject, and me and him go back and forth because I trained him as a medical student. So I know how they think, and I know where we are in this. I just want my people to rise up, stand up, and take charge of what's going on, because if we don't, it's over with. Peace.
Wow. All right, well, let's hear what Shaka has to say, and then we're going to close out. I appreciate you coming on and once again dropping knowledge. So what's next?
All right.
Shout out to the chat.
All right. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that is contributing in the chat. So now, as y'all can see, if y'all are able to see the chat, that some people on here think that, what we're saying is just hyperbole. You know what I'm saying? So, what's being said, I'll go up a little bit. Crazy World said NBA players should be dropping soon, right? So, yeah, you're going to have NBA players being injured. They're not going to tell you why they're injured, because these are players who were, otherwise completely healthy. You know what I mean? And this is one player, the one player basically spoke on his own behalf. And he mentioned that he was told not to say anything about his injury because the team cut him after that. The team cut him. They cut him.
And he didn't want to leave. He said, let's find out what's going on before y'all cut me. We don't know
Yeah.
what costs are coming from.
Yo, what up, YG?
NBA player who had to stop playing because after he took the COVID test, he started getting blood clots?
Yeah, that's what I'm mentioning right now. I'm mentioning.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about right now, because Crazy World. Yeah.
But they are though. They
yeah.
literally
So.
started already.
What happened to him?
So no.
It's not telling you why he died. You don't think they're gonna do that with the NBA players? Come on, man.
So.
You crazy.
No, but I'm saying they have it in the media now. What was he on? Was he on Atlanta? He might have been on the Hawks.
He was in
Don't quote me on the
Atlanta.
team.
He was on
He was on Atlanta. He took the slabber jabber. Now he's getting blood clots. I also sent y'all something today, Kia, where they have airplane pilots dropping dead after taking the COVID, after taking the slabber jabber, because once they reach a certain altitude, it increases the already predominant blood clots in their body, and they're literally just dropping dead. So Russia right now put out advisory for people who took the slabber jabber not to fly under risk of death.
Right. And that's
a fact right now. You can look that up.
Yeah, that's a fact. And that's another reason. And that's another reason why Southwest kind of pulled back on their stance against their workers, because they know if the workers that are good walk out, they're gonna be left with workers that are not good. And you just mentioned they already went public with it. That's what I'm saying. They already went public with it. They didn't censor it because they talked about how they were walking off the jobs.
Yeah. They're walking off the job and pilots are literally dying. Employees are dying while in the air.
Right.
And can I solidify that flying thing? So one of my friends that went to college with me, her best friend from D.C., she was an attorney. She's like in her 50s. She's about like 54, 56. Flew back from Florida and dropped dead of a heart attack as soon as she got back to D.C.
Yeah.
This happened last month. For real. And I know so many people. Yeah, I still know so many people that have actually passed away from the slabber. She had it. The girl buried her mother and her dad in the same week from the slabber. And her best friend who flew from the funeral, massive heart attack from the slabber. So this is real shit. This ain't no, I can give you countless and countless stories, but I'm going to stop right there because it's crazy right now.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's just for the opposition inside the chat. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's funny how people operate today. So because of this, and this is why you should do it. But for the same reason, they say, okay, this is why you shouldn't do it. How do we let these people have such a slippery tongue? How do we get fooled by such elementary style tactics? Like, my daughter wouldn't get swayed by this, and she's 3. How do we get swayed by this stupid bullshit? Basically, part of my language, but it's crazy.
When it comes to this particular slabber jabber, the opposing, the side that's saying, giving you the medical reasons why you should take it is not making any sense. The side that's telling you why you shouldn't take it in this particular situation is making sense. But for some reason, like you said, there's some people who I am at this point in the game. Okay, maybe like last year, whatever. But at this point in the game, you actually defending this. I don't know what to say.
Defend it. They defend it to the point where they try to ostracize you. It's like you're basically like a black fucking goat in the middle of the Serengeti with 4 horns and fucking wings and shit.
Let me tell you how I know why this is so real. But hold on, let me tell you why I know this is so real. I'm dealing, like I said earlier, I'm dealing with a doctor. Right now, I can put him on the phone. You know what he called me? He said, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Do you still believe that? He said, I took the vax, and my daughter, and my son, and I run a mile every day. I do this, do this. Till this conversation right here, he's still under the influence that this is okay. I'm telling you, this is indoctrination. This is deeply rooted in their to do medicine, and they don't know. I'm telling you, they have
him being a physician. I'm hold on 1 second, Kia. I'm not a physician, right? And I understand the basic, like the way people's body work. First of all, everybody's body is not going to be affected the same exact way. Some people may take 5 years for them to be affected. Some people may not get affected at all. So that's just the way God made us. You dig what I'm saying? And him as a physician, where did he get his, like, you should have taught him a little bit better because he don't understand.
But I didn't need to tell him anything because you know why? He is totally indoctrinated. There's nothing I can tell this man. I done sent him article after article of people dying, people done died, all types of side effects, everything in the book I've sent this guy. He still tells me it's okay. I'm telling you, you cannot convince these people. It's over with.
I went to the post office, right? I was running late for work. I also work in the ER, and the ER is crazy right now. It's so like it's just increased maybe 3-4-fold the amount of people that's coming through this ER. But we're not going to talk about that though. I go to the post office and I forget my almighty mask, the Jesus mask they give us that saves all, cures everything. I forget the mask. I get up to the goddamn counter. Now, I just want to paint this picture for you. This lady is behind a glass that can probably stop fucking AK bullets. You know what I'm saying? The shit is thick as a motherfucker. She has a mask on. She has gloves on. She tells me I cannot get no service without a mask. I'm like, miss, what more protection do you need? You got this thick glass. You have a mask on. You have gloves on. I'm not making no contact with you. And, like, she's like, no, I don't care what you say. No, you can't come to my window when you don't got a mask on. Like, what type of ignorance is this shit? I said, do you really understand that this is microscopic and it goes right through the mask? The mask doesn't stop it? She's like, well, I don't know. You can't get no. These people will fuck around and kill you over this. That's how bad it is right now. It gets to the point where I don't even talk to people about it no more because I have people who stop, EMS workers, doctors who stop and give me lectures. I can't even fucking make it home to my wife in time, so I want to be rude and just walk the fuck away from them. Lectures on this shit, and they scientists, and they know that this helped you out, and you should get boosters and all this shit. Like, yo, this world is crazy, man.
Don't believe that. They'll only tell you that because they want money. Half of them know what's going on. Half of them know.
Nah, so some of these people believe this shit. I had a lady who sat there and talked to me for a whole entire hour, and I'm like, listen, I gotta go. I asked you about some goddamn delicate shit. I didn't ask you about no fucking vaccine or nothing like that. The fuck are you talking to me for?
So you know how some people never had authority in their life before, so this is their go-to.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I could tell or try to force people to do it because you gotta remember, these people are just graduated out of medical school, probably cheated on their tests, and they just want some authority, and they're willing to kill you to get that. You understand what I'm saying? And remember, half of the people who work in there, you know, we gotta get them desiccated and force subject to this, but they don't have common sense. They are trained. There's no way on God. You do not need to be Albert Einstein. You don't even need to know all the basic fundamentals of the body at this point. You don't even need to know everything in your body at this point to know, wait a minute, that don't make no sense what you just said. How can one person get vaccinated and be a super spreader, but the vaccinated still got to be vaccinated to protect the vaccinated so that the vaccinated won't die?
I think right now
it's not even the vaccination. It's not even against vaccinated. I'm telling you what it's about now. They spent so many years indoctrinating us to ignorance. We don't know law. I bet you what, if you slap one of our law students on one of these damn employees who tell you what the fuck you need to do with your body, excuse my French, if we go back to the rule of law and we slap a lawsuit on some of these people, I bet you they run back and say, girl, don't you say nothing about that thing. They don't fooled us. They done told us we shouldn't do this. But these people coming at us, they filing lawsuits, $1 million lawsuits against us. We got to shut the hell up. We got to figure out what's going on. This is pure, mere ignorance that we're dealing with. We are not governed by any of this bullshit. We are governed by God Almighty. We got to get back to nature. We got to get back to man versus woman. We're talking policy and corporations. Corporations are telling these people what to do, and these people have no clue what the hell they're doing. And we're feeding into the rhetoric. We got to stop feeding into it. There's too many people willing to take this shit. Too many people willing to tell you what the hell to do. We need to cut that shit off.
My thing right now is do what you want to do, but for some crazy reason, the people who take it is now looking at you and want to attack you. You got to
attack. That's what I'm saying. It almost comes to blows. That's what I'm saying. They're serious.
They are under the impression because
dead serious.
Take it, that this
That
But you're in the wrong state. You're in the wrong state. This is what I'm talking about. It's the state of mind that we're dealing with. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. This don't happen in Georgia. I don't wear a mask. I am totally against vaccines. Let's get that straight. Yes, I am an anti-vaxxer because I know it's poison. I'm never going to say, oh, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. Who am I fooling? Who am I trying to please? I'm not trying to please anybody. My daughter was injured from vaccine. I know it's poison from the rip. When they start giving you all these vaccines from birth to you get to high school, it's poisoning you. Why should we be for something that's poisoning us? Why should we be for that? So what I'm saying is these people are doing in your state, that's not happening here in Georgia. I don't wear a mask in Georgia. No freaking wear. Nowhere. Never have. But almost 18 months now. So what I'm saying is
it's like gangs in New York up here. Like you one person sit on one side, other gang sit on the other side. And we got to get it popping because
New York is the epicenter. New York is the epicenter. It's ignorance. Until y'all start exerting your rights in that state, it's going to continue to happen. Look at Florida. They got DeSantis. DeSantis say, we ain't having that here. We ain't doing none of that. We ain't tracking nobody. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars fines being placed on corporations that's saying you got to take this clapjabber. They're going to fine you $5,000 per occurrence.
Our commander-in-chief and his cabinet, I would say about 4 to 6 months ago, got on national TV and said it would be illegal to enforce a vaccine mandate. It would be illegal, it would be unconstitutional to do this. We have no authority in the law to actually do this. It's undoable. How do you go some months later and say it's mandatory?
But it's not everywhere is what I'm trying to get you to realize. It's only in the states that they're going to see how they can get away with it, how they can train these employees that they got on these corporations. The federal government can't do this. They can't enforce anything. Like you said, Pelosi said it. Biden said it. All of the NIH person, the WHO.
I don't know. I'm sorry to cut you off, but don't be fooled. Listeners, do not be fooled. I'm telling you right now. There is a lot, okay? People don't want to say that. We have voices for these protests that I've been seeing of people who is not with the BS. New York is the pillar of it. So the news is
I'm going to put myself on mute real quick.
The news is presenting it as if people are complying with it. No, you have actual
they're not.
In New York City. Don't get it twisted. And best to believe November 1st, you're going to have you're going to have thousands of police officers who is not taking it. So don't believe the hype. I'm telling you right now.
No, but
they're not reporting it. They're not reporting that shit.
What I'm telling you is that this is the epic center, and this is where y'all getting away. This is the mindset of the majority of the people there. A lot of these corporations have to follow suit because your governor and the mayor, whoever is coming after them, saying, "Hey, if you don't follow my regulations," because when you are licensed by the state of, you got to follow the state of rules. That's all. This is what it's all about. Is what I'm saying is people are not exerting their man and woman given rights. We're falling into this corporate construct of what the corporations say. Fuck what the corporations say. We're not part of that. And it's the majority of the people that feel like they are because they got these minimum wage jobs and they're going to comply with what these corporations tell us. Ain't got nothing to do with us. We got to fall back from this. This is the problem that we're having. We're still trying to compromise with these people. It's no compromising. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of people fighting back, but then there's going to be a lot of push to still do what they're doing because there's so many businesses and corporations that are still pushing the agenda.
Wow. I get what you're saying. Well, we're going to be continued tomorrow. We're going live at 8 o'clock tomorrow. At this point, like you said, it's whatever. The pot is boiling, is at the top at this point. Just be prepared. Well, I don't know who these.
That are not wage earners, that are not under this corporate construct, that realize that this is all contractual. I mean, we've learned a lot. Are you by these damn corporations? Did you sign a contract to be told what the fuck to do? Or are you going to do what you, as a man or woman, is allowed to do under the Constitution. These corporations are governed.
Well, we have a video where
we're not going to do this. None of this stuff can go on. We're giving them control. The people are giving them control. He just showed us very clearly that the people are getting the control. We are giving them the power to do what they're doing. That's it.
Not the teleprompter. They were saying that in law is none of this is written down. There's a video that's showing that.
Yeah. Look up the whole thing. Look up. Yeah, we're gonna go into it tomorrow. But for anybody that dares to do any research, you know what I'm saying? Look up and see if this particular mandate is in writing or it's a law that was passed through the proper channels in this so-called corporate legislature. You know, if go check it out. Don't take our word for it. Go check it out.
So they're verbally saying that this is a mandate and whatever, but none of what they're verbally mandating is actually written.
The whole thing is a press release.
It's all a press release, even with this so good old chamberman, Biden, Sleepy Joe Biden, or whatever his name is here. But anyway, to be continued on House of Harlem. You guys can stay on the phone.
We're going to continue this tomorrow. We got another artist. We're going to do another interview, and we're going to get back into the heart of the matter. So definitely stick around. Check us out. Make sure you got the notification bell. And if not, you know, anybody that's that is a part of our inner or outer circle, you'll get notification from Kia, I, or even or YG, or even somebody. You know what I mean. We're gonna let people know that we going live. So stay tuned tomorrow. We're gonna definitely continue this conversation. We're gonna come with hopefully some more facts that won't get us shadow banned. You know what I mean? We're not trying to get shadow banned out here, but we want to put the information out there.
I was going to ask you, y'all wanted me to see if I could bring this doctor on. Y'all want to question him and have a conversation, but wait till we get like on Patreon or something, wherever y'all going to be private. Because I think it's going to come into like a heated conversation. I could probably get him to come on.
Have him come on the Sunday Bill.
Oh yeah, have him come on. That'd be good. That'd be good. And let me know too, because I want to be there for that one.
Well, yeah, we'll give you the link. We'll send you the link. We'll have him come on the Sunday Bill because that's private.
What time do you normally do the Sunday Bill?
We do from 4 to 8, 4 to 9, every Sunday.
All right, so shoot me a text because my mind don't really work.
Nah, I'll send you the link when it starts up. When it starts up, I'll send you the link.
Yeah, I'll try to see if I can set that up with him. See if he wouldn't mind coming on giving his opinion on why he feel like this jab is so good for everybody.
Yeah, let him know. Let him know.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah, let him know. Speak your piece. We like everybody here. We know. I don't want to say that we like everybody's opinion, but we'll listen to everybody's opinion.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I would bring him. Because, like I said, I talk to him, but I go in on him. I don't bite my tongue. I still have my opposition to the whole thing. So I don't really care. But me and him still talk. So I can.
Right. And we want to be. We want to be an equal opportunity platform.
Talk to and not agree with, but still be cool with.
Hey, we can agree to disagree. Like I said, at the end of the day, he's not taking it. So it don't matter who takes it to me. So I don't really. I don't lose that much sleep over it, honestly.
All right, so well, you get the link every week anyway, Jet. So all you gotta do is send him the link and have him come on at least by like 5 o'clock. Anywhere after 5. You know what I'm saying? And we'll have we're gonna have it's gonna be a hell of a discussion this Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to be. I'm just interested to hear somebody's opinion. I'm sorry.
I want to get ahead of time so more people can attend, more people can be on, so we can have a real good,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, tomorrow I'll make sure I have the link up. You know what I'm saying? Once you get it from Solar, then you let everybody that you want, to be a part of this know. And let's have a real serious roundtable discussion on this, where we can actually pull up receipts, because I love receipts.
And I got some nurse friends too. I'm gonna see if I can get them on too at the same time. They work in the ER with me, so I'm gonna see if I can get. I'm gonna get a roundup so we can get some real true conversation, some real information, and some some real people that's doing it right now.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can set that up.
Yeah, I got one doctor that I'm trying to get him to come on as well. He's a little bit busy.
All right, so
we about to get it in because this
yeah.
is ridiculous.
Here, hold the phone. So, yeah, make sure y'all there Sunday. Anybody that doesn't have the link, shoot me a text, and shoot me an email in the text. Anybody that knows me, you know what I mean, and we'll definitely get you the link to this private discussion, because trust me, we going all the way private here, and you're gonna see the information. We're not gonna just sit here and talk about it. You're gonna actually see the information, and you can judge it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on here, most of the people know, but those of y'all that don't know, we welcome, everybody, because we want to make sure we get this out to as many people as possible. So, for the hostess with the mostest, for everybody in the chat, for the co-host YG, you know what I'm saying? We're about to sign off, and we'll see each and every one of y'all Sunday. If you don't have an email, send an email to houseofharlemtv@gmail.com and put Sunday Build in the put Sunday Build in the subject box. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be welcome to come on and give your information, and we're going to go in. We appreciate everybody for being on. Peace and love and light. Have a great night, and have an even better tomorrow. Peace.